The world of Banya cracks in anticipation of the approaching storm. Its lands strain against unnatural forces, and warnings of what is to come have been carefully placed among its people. Warnings that led us to a few tieflings, Goliaths, drow, and halflings. But how can this unlikely family of broken people stop a force that has been generations in the making? What strength is left in the bonds of friendship?
Hey, everybody.
Hello, friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So welcome. This is Goats and Dragons, the podcast where Helpful Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I try to kill my friends. I am Andrew Gilbert, he, him, his, the benevolent dictator of Helpful Goat, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master. And I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway, playing the tiefling sorcerer Charity.
Everybody. My pronouns are he, him, his, as are Charities.
Lena, playing the Goliath barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and Stormbringers are also.
Adam, playing the halfling rogue Burbage Kemp.
Hey everybody, Adam here. My pronouns are he, him, his, and my character, Burbage Kemp's pronouns are also he, him, his.
That sounded super quiet. Was that anyone?
I was like, anybody else? Because it sounded like he was talking through water.
Yep, yeah.
Why?
Oh, that was worse.
All right, hold on.
Almost.
It got better for like a second and then worse again. That was weird.
You killed Galway.
It's close.
I just buffed his audio up a lot. Oh, God.
Is it because I was pressing...
No, there you are.
I guess it's because I made control my push to talk, and I think that does something else.
Control is my push to talk. Oh, but maybe it doesn't do anything else for me.
So I sound fine?
No.
No, not anymore.
Nope.
You did, but now you don't.
Literally up to, so I sound fine, yes. But then no. We are working it out, everybody. This also literally had not been happening as people were having conversations while I was setting up like the new overlay and everything. Everything was totally fine. I'm like, I really should like probably adjust some levels.
Is this bad?
Yep. Should somebody read the poem while Adam figures out his
Please, someone do that.
stuff?
Under the cloud, we find the family in trouble. If you ask me, the Goliaths need to rethink their leadership bubble. Wishing luck to Stormbringer in her upcoming fight. To be honest, I wouldn't mind for a bit of Charity's flame to ignite. For much needed delight and excitement this group always comes through. Much love, Fates of Rin crew. I can see and hear you. Also, thank you, Chelsea. Glad you like the new overlay.
Chelsea, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Better?
Great
Better?
poem.
Yep, you're good.
That sounds good so far.
All right, cool. I don't know what happened, but okay, so we'll cut all that out of the podcast.
Bringing your levels right back down to where they were.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Adam playing the halfling rogue Burbage Kemp.
Hi, everybody. My name is Adam. My pronouns are he, him, his, and my character Burbage Kemp's pronouns are also he, him, his. And I just want to say I'm really glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to having fun
Stop trolling me.
tonight.
Our guest for a few sessions, Rachel, playing the gnomish artificer Clem.
Define a few. Hi,
4
I'm
months now, I think is what we're on, but 5 sessions? Yeah.
I'm Rachel, she, her, hers, and I play Clem or Clementine, also she, her, hers.
And Darcy playing the tiefling cleric Huckharry.
Hello, fam. I am Darcy, playing Hikari. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and Hikari's are she, her, hers. And hello, family. Hello, Dawn. I'm your Hikari Bomb. Hello, Gunagan. Are you mine? I'm your Hikari Bomb.
This might have been the first time that, like, within 2 notes, I knew what you were doing. I'm just like, yes, dying. So happy.
Love it.
Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, and that's that. We're Goats and Dragons tonight. We're going to be recording a live podcast. So bear with us if there's any technical stuff. We might, ask for a line again.
If
If there's any more domlins, we'll deal with those as they come. But thank you for being here. I haven't done this in so long. Why don't we go to Galway for what happens when they use !donate in the chat?
so, am I just like covering for you, and you're going to try to rally and remember the other commands that we call out?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We here at Helpful Goat like to focus on not just being helpful to each other and members of our community, but to the community at large. As such, we highlight different charities on a roughly monthly rotation. This month we have !donate leads you to links to the Trevor Project, which is a charity that benefits LGBTQ youth in America. A lot of the charities that we focused on try to benefit groups that have suffered even harsher realities of COVID-19, as much as it's impacted all of our lives and led to a lot of challenges. Lots of groups are even more exposed to those. LGBTQ youth are no exception to this. And the other thing is, as always, we encourage you, if you read up on this, you read some of the numbers, you read some of the sort of challenges and disadvantages that can be faced, we encourage you to reach out and try to find a local charity that works with the same cause or a similar group, because donations of time, effort, money, anything go a really long way there. And it's also a lot easier if you maybe don't have spare cash at hand to do things even in COVID-19 that are safe and really strong contributions. I know a lot of us had been donating to organizations like BLM in our local area, where it was just like delivering stuff for them, doing some transit for them, and that was even during COVID-19, and so minimal exposure and really beneficial for them. So encourage you to do that. I'll buy you an extra 15 seconds, Andy. And just like, shit, looking them up. I'm looking them up, looking at the commands. It's fine. Just as a quick note, we premiered on YouTube earlier tonight, midnight, leading into today. The Witch is Dead, one shot DM'd by our friend Chris, which was very, very good. If you wanted to see murderous forest animal familiars getting revenge for their witch, you should check that out. We also finished out, long overdue, the first season arc chunk of Spire, because there'd been some issues with the last couple of episodes, so those are all up. And probably something else that I've forgotten, but gonna put Andy on the spot now.
Yeah, there's been a big dump of episodes on YouTube, which is awesome. So as far as podcasts, you can listen to this podcast in the podcast Goats and Dragons, where we also have a little sub podcast in there of Dom and Dragons, where we played with Dominic Monaghan from Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and Lost. You can check that out wherever you get podcasts. And also Helpful Go Gaming presents is in the middle of the world of Tyr, which is Galway's game that he's running. And we've just got done with the Amberheart mystery, and we're about to start releasing Tyr Moontree Isle, which is kind of is it the longest now?
Yes, it is the
Tyr
longest running
campaign?
now.
Yeah. So that's going to be awesome. So check that out at Helpful Gaming Presents. And hey, we're
Doing the damn thing.
We're doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? It's out there. We're hitting it. We're hitting our numbers. And if you want to hit your numbers with us, you can join our Discord. Segue. By typing !Discord in the chat, and that'll give you a link to join our Discord. We consider ourselves a community more than anything else. And we've been so blessed to have great people in our Discord that not only we can have fun with, but we can also laugh and cry and do what?
Nothing.
Can do all kinds of things with. So please join us there. And if you like what we do and want to help us continue doing it, you can type !Ko-fi, Ko-fi, and that'll give you a link to our coffee page where you can, buy us a coffee or something. Yeah, I think that's mostly stuff. Upcoming games. Again, next week, we're going to have Goats of Saltmarsh on Wednesday, Spire on Thursday, and Tyr then on Friday. Yeah, I think that's about it.
I'm not in Tyr, but this is my plug for Tyr because I'm an audience member, and it's like they're getting into some crazy shit. So you have a whole week to get completely caught up on Moontree Isle if you want to jump in.
Debbie on our Discord can give you some tips as to how to compress time to do that.
The ending of the last session was fucking dope, and you can find it kind of clipped here on our Twitch in our video section, I think.
Yep.
Right on.
I think that Elise and me and Chris all have our faces extremely close to the camera as it's all happening. Because we're just like, what?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Lovely. Yeah. So with that, I think we're okay to start tonight's episode of Fates of Rin. Any other announcements I'm missing?
No. I do need a clip of Darcy reminding us #blessed. So I'm just leaving this in this video so that I can remember to go back and do that because that needs to be a highlight. Anywho, yeah, let's.
All right.
Today's Dom and Dragons episode that dropped in the Goats and Dragons feed features us reacting in various ways to the appearance of Sam Riegel from Critical Role in the Twitch chat. Yeah. It is fun to listen to.
It's a good time. Cool. All right, then as we begin tonight's episode of Fates of Rin, could I have the cast hop off for a moment?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start this one out.
This usually happens at the end. That's cool.
I know. I'm mixing it up tonight.
So we'll be deafen ourselves, right?
Just deafen yourselves. Don't turn off cams, otherwise the entire world will get weird.
Yeah, just indeed, yes. And then I'll sort of wave you back in. All right, chat. It's just us. So in a town called Lynn, in the mid-region of the Great Sands Wastes, on a planked walkway spanning a noisy fjord that leads to a lit tavern this night, two cloaked figures stroll across the creaky wood. Beyond the ford, dust circles in the air. It appears a windstorm is brewing, whipping the dust and sand against the wooden exteriors of a few inns and brothels. As the figures slide through the swinging doors, and the smell of cigar smoke and liquor hit the travelers, forcing one of them to open a couple windows with the wave of their gloved hand. The other, dressed mostly in brown, a heavy cloak, makes their way to a few individuals in the corner of the bar. A pair of humanoid figures and a minotaur look up from their drinks. The woman, an elf, dirt on her face, narrows her eyes and addresses the cloaked figures. You need something, love. The lead figure then speaks. It doesn't concern you how I know this, but I know that you've met a few friends of mine. And a hand slips from under the cloak. Stormbringer, Burbage, Charity, Vimeris. You recall these individuals you met on the road. The woman sits up straight in the uncomfortable wooden chair. We did. Toro's been talking about them again lately. One was cute, the Minotaur says, rubbing his hand. Well, I haven't forgotten them. Anton thought one once was cute, too. No names, Toro. Oh, but you always say mine. And he begins to just chomp on some carrots. The fabulous one, yes, we remember them, and those looking for them. And a bit of malice in the tone of his voice causes the figure in the back especially to reveal an iron rod from under their cloak. We had a single meal with them one morning months ago. We've heard their names since, but only in whispers. And then the voice from under the cloak again. And where did the tracks they left point to? And at this, the elf's eyes glaze just a tiny bit. She says, we were a pair of everywhere elves. But they were headed to Wistamere, curious about the stable master. They were running from the guards of Malmond. Burbage has major guilt issues. They met in Federo, brought together by someone named Ponway. They ran into an Oni. They met someone named Arisa. Well, I'm not usually this forthcoming. She looks to Anton. It's a spell, it seems. And he says, it's what I was thinking too, though I can't seem to shake it. The cloaked figures look at each other. They must have headed east into the mountains from there. Did they get to the other side before the snows? And then Anton, I've kept my ear for news of Burbage Kempen. I've heard murmurings of Diefield and Cliff Mill in Bovalia. Gonna visit when we're done. Cliff Mill, And the cloaked figure removes a small bag of coin, places it on the table, and both of them turn quickly and disappear out of the door. About this moment, the barkeep comes out of the kitchen. Well, I thought I heard someone come in. The elf, human, and Minotaur look at each other confused. No one's here. Perhaps it's nothing. And then Anton looks at the bag of gold on the table. Wait, what's this now? Did someone... Somei? And scene. Come on, everyone, come on back. Everyone, come on back. You can all come on back. Yeah.
I'm back, but Craig is gone.
Craig is gone. That bastard.
It's really hard not reacting as much. I'm sure you could see my face at certain times going,
now recording.
Sorry, everybody, meet Craig.
Yeah, Craig.
Boo, Craig.
What point did we lose Craig? Does Andy need to re-record anything?
It was near the end of Andy's stuff. And
I can record it later if we need to. It's all good. I just want the Twitch chat to hear it mostly right now.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, that's what you were doing, and that would have made much more sense, Rachel, if I'd thought about it. That you.
yeah, I didn't know what was happening.
You can come back now.
Come back.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Rachel, you're on push to talk.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Everyone, you come to Helpful Goat for technical excellence.
Yes, you do.
You don't.
Okay.
I'm the tech, and no, you don't.
Well, now that everyone's back, So, far away from that, in the mountains that span the difference between Bovelia and Galhonia, Stormbringer's powers grow. And the family was welcomed into the Goliath village of Gunagaim at the request of Dawn Protector. While Dawn Protector and Mountain Splitter received a traditional welcome, Stormbringer seemed at first to continue to be shunned and ignored. But then she too received the barking welcome of her people. Well, most of her people. Then Dawn Protector addressed the village in an effort to manipulate Stormbringer into challenging her for chief. Dawn Protector decreed that the group should be killed in the morning. But if she was challenged and defeated, the new chief could reverse the ruling. Stormbringer is then confronted with a situation which means facing her old flame, saving the family, leading these people, perhaps, but still trying to find what they came for in the first place, which is the secret hidden knowledge of the Goliath people here, specifically a book called The Process of a Tirana. Now, all of you have retreated into a fine, though rudimentary, inn. The barkeep and the furbolg from the caravan named Balin are busy cooking some food for you as you're trying to kind of warm up from the several, especially Charity and Hakari, trying to warm up from the several days in the cold of the mountains. You've had just a bit of time to kind of talk when the door kind of swings open, and in comes the Sir, not Avatarana, that's not his name.
Bonaventura?
Yes, Bonaventura.
Bubbly Petunias?
Bubbly Petunia.
Yep, Bubbly Petunias.
He of the Viscera fights.
As he comes in, he speaks specifically to Stormbringer to join him, and join him perhaps outside for a moment. So, what would all of you like to do?
What's the name of this inn?
Waterlinks Inn?
Waterlinks?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah, like watery sausages. Everybody knows that.
Oh, ew. Okay.
That's
Gross, yeah.
yeah,
Gross.
really gross.
It's in my name, so.
Yeah, gross.
Gross.
On brand.
But yes, he sort of, we should speak. If you don't mind stepping outside.
I mean, I
Just
do like kind of mind because you're mostly like a huge dick.
Watery sausage?
No. No.
Somehow he manages to be worse than that.
Yeah, you're worse than a watery sausage, Sir Bubbly Petunia.
But could we stop saying that phrase overall?
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm starting to say that. I mean, yes, this Goliath Tavern is called Waterlinks, but why should that make me say the words watery sausage? Okay, that's the last time.
Are you having one of those episodes where you start talking about hit points again, bitch?
Yeah, it might be connected. It might be. Yeah.
Like, hey, Bubbly Petunia, I don't know what watery sausages you gave Burbage or whatever, but anyway, I know that you've been trying to, like, conscript the Goliaths into your army. I don't even know why you have an army. You're just one person. That's weird. But anyway, and
What?
I just think you're frozen a little.
Is that any better?
Okay, so I just saw the video of you saying, "Was that any better?" 3 seconds ago. Just FYI. That gives you a sense of where we're at.
Okay, I think maybe it's better now.
But did Andy hear
Yes.
what
I
you
didn't hear the
said?
very last part.
Yeah,
sorry.
I didn't either.
Because technical issues.
I said, sorry, I had to remember what I said, so I was looking at my notes. So, I know you're trying to conscript the Goliaths into your army, and that's really weird, because why does one person even have an army? But I don't care, because you're kind of a dick, and we don't need to talk outside.
Then in the corner of this, is this a barn? What is this?
It's an inn. You're a dick.
Inn? Could we?
Do we
speak?
look like horses? Don't answer that.
Fair enough. And at this, he'll remove his incredibly heavy cloak, kind of drape it over a chair next to a small table, and remove the great sword from off of his back. Leans that against the wall, removes the very large shield from his arm, places that on the table.
Are you going to stop before this becomes obscene?
I think it's about far enough, and then he'll reach for his helmet and remove that.
And
and
yet-
while and you see he's got a lot of gray in the temples, a short beard, somewhat short, kind of cropped hair, but he has a scar that reaches up from his cheek and goes kind of across the top of his head. And he'll come and he'll pull up a chair sort of near you, Stormbringer. If you don't mind my speaking frankly, I've already spoken to Dawn Protector, the current chief, but I'm also aware that the leadership in this town might be changing soon.
I know who Dawn Protector is.
Excellent.
You don't have to tell me her title.
That's fair. I was tasked with presenting a present to the chief, as a way to a token of our goodwill, in order to ask further assistance in the Gohonian war effort. Perhaps your people might be interested in helping us out. And now I'm speaking to you about this because it seems like the changing of the guard, so to speak, might be in your favor soon.
Look, tiny people's wars aren't really our thing. So no?
Fair enough. Do you have children, Ms. Stormbringer?
I'm 20.
Many younger
And
than
I'm
you
a
have children.
lesbian.
What's that?
And I'm a lesbian.
Fair enough.
Charity's gonna sort of lean over. Is the conversation everything you thought it would be?
I mean, I guess I could like adopt, right? But I'm 20. I spent
Well, I
the
mean,
last like year
I
of my
suppose-
life just like wandering around, being cast out from my tribe. It just didn't seem like a good time to start a family.
But you do sort of have the 12 kids, that the druid is taking care of.
Oh, I do. I have owlbear babies.
Yeah.
Owlbear, baby. Well, interesting. You have family then. Someone you care deeply about.
Yes. More than one someone. Why?
You can understand you would travel far distances looking for people that might help if it meant that they were safe. You can understand
Sure.
my predicament, right?
No, I'm not following you.
I have a family whom I'm trying to protect.
Warmer.
And I need help to do that.
Shouldn't you be with your family if you're trying to protect them? That's why I'm with my family. I don't let them out of my sight. Sometimes I don't even sleep.
You see his right arm twitch just a little bit. It's not a bad idea. If you were leadership after tonight, would we at least be able to speak more tomorrow on this?
I mean, yeah, becoming leader doesn't make it so I can't talk anymore. I've seen Dawn Protector talking a lot.
Of course.
You
Yes.
probably have too.
Yes, of course. Didn't mean to assume otherwise. Well, if you do need me, I will be staying here, I suppose. As they said, this is the place where
In the barn?
outsiders
In the
in the
barn.
barn. I have a room.
With the other
Somewhere.
horses' asses.
Oh, snap! Clementine purse, bringing it.
If you need me, my things will be probably upstairs.
Andy, what all did Sir Bubbly Petunia kind of bring in with him, and he took off some things and set them aside? Is that right?
Right, he has a traveling pack that looks like it fits over a horse, and he has his sword, his shield, his helmet, and he's wearing armor, and he has a giant cloak, kind of fur lined on the inside.
Did he set the traveling pack like within his range of vision?
It's behind him against the wall with his other stuff.
Yeah, Burbage is looking through that while he's talking to Stormbringer. And this is not just a thief instinct. This is, we are suspicious of this guy, and I want to learn more about him.
Oh yeah, this is a fuck this guy in
Fair
particular
enough, yeah.
instinct.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a stealth roll if you're trying to be stealthy.
And I'm going to talk to distract him. If he looks like he's still looking through his shit once the Stormbringer conversation is done. So
Yeah, with Clem and Stormbringer kind of focused his attention. Give me an advantage on this. Oh, and Stormbringer, you have inspiration. I forgot to give that to you last time, but the whole leading everyone into this place, knowing that it might not be great, gives you inspiration.
Well, your advantage gave me a nat 20 on
Holy
stealth.
shit! With a total of what?
34.
Okay.
Because that's my expert stealth.
The bag was never there, let alone Burbage.
With a 34, you basically disappear. You're the small
Into the
shadow.
bag.
Yeah, the small shadows. That
I'm
just,
trying to
cover up
teach
you just diving into the bag itself.
I'm teaching
from
Clementine. I was like giving Clem little like motions, like trying to explain to her that this is what the Clementine purse gambit is like. And she just, maybe Clem just interprets that as, all right, I'll distract him while you check out the bag.
yeah, no, she doesn't understand you at all.
Totally, yeah. All right, so I'm super stealthy. I'm getting in that bag.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or just kind of general?
I am like, I mean, definitely. Can I have my cake and eat it too? I'd like to, like, I mean, the impetus for doing this is because I'm curious as to whether he is looking for something specific, looking for the process Avatarana, like any evidence, if he has a journal or something that would that he might have written in about his search for the process Avatarana or something like that. Very interested in that, but also with a general eye to anything sparkly.
Yeah, and also because like I seem to remember Charity had done an insight check and done very well and shared this with the party of when we first met him and he said, I just happened upon this camp and now I've been trying to help. He was trying to help. He had not just happened on the camp. He lied to Charity about how and why he got there.
Yeah.
You believed that he was looking for them specifically. Yeah. All right, give me an investigation roll then.
Investigation. What's that? Investigation. Not quite
skill
yet.
in which you are able to search through things.
With advantage?
No.
God damn it. A 19. That's not too shabby.
19. All right. So within his bag, you see some rations, normal travel gear, mess cup, a mess kit, tinderbox, all these sort of normal things. You find a small kind of wrapped package. You find a kind of a longer, thin box. You also find a doll with kind of raggedy hair and yarn for like fingers. It looks a little creepy, but it's also kind of cute.
A creepy doll. This is not, it does not look like
You also find
any-
a bag of coin, it seems.
coin. The doll does not look like anybody Burbage knows, right?
No.
My thought was that it's like his kid's doll and he brings it with him to remember because he talked about having family. But don't try and humanize him to us, Andy.
I would never.
Burbage is very interested in the wrapped package and the small, thin box. And he will steal them.
Okay.
And by
You now
interested,
have a
I
wrapped
mean...
package and small thin box.
All right. Cool. And I will stow those away behind my, like in my bag or behind my cloak or something until he leaves. Ooh. How heavy are these objects?
Not very at all. Yeah.
Okay, so their absence would not result in a noticeable change in the weight of the bag.
You don't imagine so. No.
Cool. All right. I will get out of the bag and be nonchalant for the remainder of the scene.
All right. Yeah. So you come out of the bag. Elder Brain Crusher steps up to you, Stormbringer, and says, "Do you require anything?" And she's kind of. It seems like she's kind of intimating, like, "Do I need to get rid of this guy for you?" Or
No, I think I'm good. Thank you, though. When does the fighting start? Because I guess I should probably, I don't know, do that so that I can deal with this fuckaboo later.
yes, if you've chosen to do that, I will inform the elders immediately.
Did Stormbringer say fuckaboo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burbage is going to be like...
Burbage shouts that from across the room.
No.
Wait a second.
Oi! Burbage is going to say to Clem and or Hikari, she said fuckaboo. She said fuckaboo.
Is there a bar here?
There is.
Okay, I've been drinking and I take my, like, I don't know what the stein and start going fuck-a-boo, 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 fuck-a-boo.
Oh my lord. Yeah, that's great. I mean, Burbage was just making an I Heart Huckabees reference, but if there's a chance, he'll join in.
I haven't seen that movie.
Charity's just going to sort of nod. Yeah, this feels right. This feels right.
Elder Brain Crusher then will kind of grab your shoulder and firmly squeeze it. If you choose to face Dawn Protector, it would be tonight. In the field just south of here. Just show up before the sun goes down. And it sounds like there are others that might try as well for Chief.
Wait, Bring Christian, that's really ambiguous. Show up just sometime before the sun goes down? Or exactly
will
when the
be-
sun is going down?
Yes, there will be a large gathering of the town. We're all here for this. We'll gather there just before the sun sets.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes,
Thank you.
of course. And if you need anything, the day is yours. The town is yours.
The whole town is mine?
You are free to wander wherever you like. Your friends will be given odd glances, but I think everyone assumes they're going to be dead tomorrow, so I'm
Yeah,
sure
well,
they'll
what's
play
new?
along.
Either way, they're not going to be dead tomorrow.
I personally believe in you. So
I am sort of like hunched over now in my drink, and all of a sudden I look up and my eyes are black. And what kind of day is it? It's snowy outside, but I mean, is it like?
yeah, it's
Okay.
overcast.
So, and then are there windows in the tavern?
Yes.
All of a sudden, like the shutters just start going. That.
Drunk Hikari's thaumaturgy goes off.
Yeah. Well, and that made me mad. So.
Yeah.
And I'm drunk.
And at that, Brain Crusher will step out the door. And the only other Goliath in the place is the barkeep and your friend Sky Drowner, who's just kind of sitting in the corner.
That's a great name, Sky
Did
Drowner.
Bubbly Petunias leave?
No, he's sort of just kind of hanging out. He himself has ordered a glass of ale. But he at least moves to a different table.
Yeah, he could
kind of
take a
by
nice
himself.
wine glass full of ale.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Champagne flute.
It's all they have here. Yes, but and pretty soon Balin will bring around his curry, and it seems to be beef curry that he's prepared. And if anyone would care to indulge, it's quite good, spicy, but really good. You kind of miss the Furbolg cooking, actually.
Oh yeah.
It's
That was tasty.
Yeah, really decent, really tasty.
As maybe he's bringing stuff around, Charity might like beckon him over for a second. I'd be like, so Balin, has anything of particular note happened since you've been here? I seem to remember you said you'd been here for, was it around a week?
Yeah, that's about the time we came in. Let me see. Trying to think. Nothing out of the ordinary. They say whenever that horn blows, I'm not supposed to go near the cloud. Other than that, which is a little bit weird, I gotta say, pretty peaceful little town.
Well, that's good, I suppose.
Hey, who are you here with, Balin? You said we, and I don't think I remember that from 10 minutes ago.
Tellywood and I came, but Tellywood took off just a few days ago. I'm all that's left, and kind of wanted to see what this place had to offer.
Tellywood
So far, it's
still, huh?
offered peace. Yes, Tellywood. You remember Tellywood, don't you?
Yeah, I remember Tellywood.
Tyne.
I remember giving her a tough time all the time, which I maybe feel bad about.
It's not a short list.
She seems a bit sadder than normal. Did her trades and went on her way.
Well,
Is that on account of all the deaths?
was that on account of all the deaths?
Leone?
Yeah, and specifically the death of who I presume to be her lover, the Aarakocra who crashed into our wagon.
Beortzi, yeah, she talked about that for a while. Weeks, in fact, and I think she started to deal with it. Seemed like she had dealt with a lot of death in her life.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of us have. And how are you holding up, Balin?
I'm okay.
What was that?
What? Is that... Are you making weird sounds to avoid talking about the death of your partner?
I don't mind.
That's not really a question you ask somebody like that directly.
All right, okay, I'll try to be less direct. Are you making weird bubbly sounds to avoid talking about the violent, grisly murder of your romantic life partner?
Wow, you're kind of a dick, and by kind of, I mean really.
They prefer watery sausage hairs.
I was going to ask if you were having a tiny stroke, but okay, sure. We can go with the emotional trauma instead. I was going to offer medical advice.
Anyway, I'm sorry for your loss, is what I'm trying to say, Balin.
Sounds like you're
Is
quite
it?
sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna also say that I know Telly would, but now seems like a weird time to jump in.
Oh, yeah? Has Tellywood done some trading with you in the mountains?
Yeah, I mean our caravan passes through here, so I've talked and traded with her a handful of times.
Did you ever meet Beyoncé? Was this a revelation to you that he was murdered?
You had not met Beyortzi.
No, I have no idea who you're talking about, but I'm sure it was sad, because if you're talking this flippantly about it, it's probably something shitty.
Balin, could you get her another drink? I enjoy this dynamic.
If you're talking this flippantly about it, it must be something shitty. Oh, fuck.
Love you, Adam.
Burbage will try to. He's gonna. Is there a place like a lit closet that he could open this package in this box and out?
Phrasing.
Do you mean a room? A room like our room at an inn?
Trying to say room?
Is there a lit closet?
A lit.
This closet in this inn.
I'm pretty sure you could go into our room, and if we had a closet, I don't know, you could take a candle in there with you.
I take a candle in there.
Yeah, you were set up with 3 rooms upstairs. So if you wanted to dive into one of those.
So Hikari takes what's on the table with me.
Curry,
Well, no, but like an object.
like a
Like
knife.
I
Like a
take
knife
a
and a fork.
knife and I cast light on it and I go, here, Burbage, to take into the closet.
Now every closet is a lit closet.
Every closet is a lit closet. Well, wait. You cast light on what?
On this knife.
All right.
And I just like drunkenly hand it to you and I'm like, here, Burbage, to take it
Burbage
into the closet.
Stab it through his palm accidentally.
Burbage will take the knife carefully, and he's not going upstairs. He's trying to slip into a closet or a pantry here on the first floor of the Water Links Inn.
Okay. Yeah. There's a small room behind the bar.
Is it dark so the knife helps?
It is dark, so the
Okay.
knife will definitely help. Yeah. Luckily. Whew. Yeah.
I have
Oh,
such an.
there
I have.
goes
If I had
wisdom
dispel
agreement.
magic, I would 100% just cast dispel magic once he got inside.
Oh,
Oh, do I have him?
no!
No. No. Giving ideas.
Technically, if Akari just casts light on something else, it'll go out on the first object.
Burbage is investigating. He's checking out. He wants to open this package. Is the package like taped up and shit, or is it just kind of like cloth?
It's not. It's cloth. Yeah.
I was
Stamp
imagining
wrap.
it wrapped in brown
Yeah.
paper or something.
It's.
What if I
so you-
cast enlarge reduce on it and I just make it really tiny so you can't open it?
Please don't.
Theoretically. So Burbage, you get back there. You got your lit knife. You unfold the cloth, and there's immediately what looks like a dagger, but it's as you pick it up, it's made of wood and it's incredibly ornately carved. And there's what looks to be Elvish written on the blade of it.
Okay. A wooden dagger with some Elvish
Yeah.
language written on it.
Yep.
Okay. That was in the package.
Yes.
Can I
And then there's a box.
Burbage will investigate the box to see if it's like any kind of trap or
Give me an investigation.
anything like that. Investigation. 18.
Very nice. So you're 18. You're looking at it. You're kind of it's light. You're looking at all the different angles. It just seems to be a little fitted box, and you can remove the top if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll open it. What's inside there?
All right. Inside, there's a little bit of kind of cloth cut into ribbon, and then nestled within that looks to be a necklace with several different emeralds attached to them.
And no kind of etching in the necklace or any
A
kind of.
necklace, you say?
Yes.
Does it-
Emerald necklace.
I know. I'm just saying.
Wait, does this look like a necklace that Hikari has? Is Hikari looking for a
But
necklace?
Hikari
I'm
has
looking for a
described
necklace, but-
crystal, like almost amber or pink crystal.
Okay, I couldn't remember if I
necklace, yeah.
knew what it looked like. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Sorry.
So it doesn't look like that, no.
Cut
Okay.
that out.
No, you're good. It's always good to ask.
God, I don't really know what Burbage's ethical feelings about casual theft are now. Has that evolved at all? Has that changed?
It's your decision, my friend.
So I also just want to check something. So Burbage
Yeah.
like fucking disappeared going
Yeah.
into the bag, and it wasn't like Charity was really like tracking where he was or anything. Then he came back and he'd already sort of stashed the stuff. Basically, just took a lit, asked like, "Is there a lit closet?"
Yeah.
Got handed a knife and wandered off to the pantry. So I think that now at this juncture, Burbage is just going to hear Charity's voice in his head. Hey, buddy, doing okay?
Message cantrip, Charity.
Gotta have that family meeting at some point.
Or should I say message pantrip, because I'm in a pantry. Am I a pantry? Am I?
Pantry, yeah. Something has gone rotten in here.
Ew.
Ew.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's Burbage.
It's Burbage's rotten. No, I'm not okay. It smells gross in here, Charity. It's well lit, but it smells bad.
Good to know. Could I?
Hey,
Uh-huh.
do you read Elvish?
He's
Nope.
trying to remember.
Sure don't.
Do any of our party members read Elvish?
I have to imagine it's one of the most common languages. Surely one
Wait,
of you does.
I
Tieflings? Yeah, if Charity
don't
doesn't. I
know
probably
that any of us do, actually.
I don't.
don't.
Wait, but I mean, it does. You could have selected it, Darcy. At the big, like, is it on your
I
character?
guess that's true.
I'll double check for you.
Look for me. So
Tieflings only get common and infernal. So unless they had a
Yeah.
background or
Yeah.
a class that gave more
Right.
languages, they wouldn't get any more. Tieflings don't actually have a floating, like, and one other. You're set in the two. I think Charity
really,
speaks, like, the
just to
fewest...
rewind, the fewest.
Like, Charity speaks the fewest languages
no,
of, like,
actually,
any of the characters I
I do have
commonly play.
Elvish.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Hikari
do have
does
Elvish for
Elvish.
some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, really, really quick though. Just to rewind, as soon as I saw Charity go into the pantry.
Oh, no, I'm not in the pantry. I'm talking in his head.
Oh no! I'm saying as soon as I saw him go into the pantry. So like we're
You mean
rewinding.
Burbage. Yeah.
Or Burbage. I'm sorry, Burbage,
Yes.
not Charity. I was like Charity. What? Like. So I just handed them a knife.
Yeah.
He went into the pantry.
Yeah.
And as soon as you went in there, I was like, "Hey, in your head, message cantrip, like, hey, Burbage, if there's like some cheese in there or something, I'm really hungry. This ale, like, or whatever I'm drinking is
Yeah.
probably stronger than that. Like, really need some cheese to go with it. So just
alright.
yeah, thanks, love, Hikari.
Hey, Hikari, it's a message cantrip. You don't have to sign off like it's a.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. Signed, best wishes, Hikari.
Well, sincerely, Burbage. Are you okay with rotten cheese? Because there might be some of that in here.
Yeah, absolutely not. Maybe I can cut off the mold. I'm pretty hungry.
All right, Burbage will look around for some cheese
Okay.
in the
And
pantry.
now we fast forward.
And now we go back to I don't actually know. I don't think Stormbringer does. Maybe Hikari does. Why are we needing me? Why?
Right. No, I dove into Bubbly Petunia's bag and stole a couple of things from it.
Yeah.
In a plot relevant investigation.
Yep. It's fine. Nope. Don't trust him. So yeah, nope. Yep. It's fine.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, it's been great talking to you. Galway. Give my regards to
Who the hell is
Stormbringer.
Galway?
Charity. Goddamn names.
It was great
Charity.
talking to you, Charity. Give my regards to Stormbringer and Akari. Signed, Burbage Kemp.
What have you done?
It's getting
I don't know,
weirder.
it's
Also,
funny.
you're like 25 feet away from us. As soon as you walk
You
back
take a
out of
late
that
night in your
pantry,
pocket.
you're. Oh, okay.
Andy, Burbage is looking
Yeah.
for cheese. Can you find any cheese back here?
Yeah, you got some cheese. Yep.
Is
You're
it
gonna
bad cheese?
No, it's decent.
Okay.
Hikari's. You're gonna hear in Charity's voice in your head. I don't suppose you speak Elvish. Andor gave Burbage the idea that he needs to formally sign off on the message cantrip.
I'm just saying, how else are we supposed to know who it is? And did you find me cheese?
I know that there's something rotten in there. He didn't specify if he had located the source of
You
that
can
smell.
cut off the rotten.
I don't. He didn't bring it up.
Anyway, I see. Darcy had a lot of this is just breaking the fourth wall. Darcy had a lot of bad drunken nights as a 20-something-year-old, so I can do drunk pretty well. So yeah, I can't speak Elvish. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
How many times have we needed that? And I probably didn't know. It's funny.
I'll just I'll just check with the pantry on the status of that cheese. Signed, Charity.
Jesus.
Hey, Burbage.
Who's this?
Oh, for the love of...
Put your message cantrip in an envelope with a return address, so I know who it's from.
If you keep this up, I'm going to set that door entirely on fire. Does that narrow it down?
Oh yeah, all right. It's my old pal Charity. Yeah, what's up? I'm just taking all the cheese from this pantry. I've been stuffing it into my clothes, into my pockets. I'm like overflowing with cheese right now.
Why is this...
My camera is vibrating because I'm laughing. So
I'm just picturing you in another life, in another reality. In a tall elf in a glistening suit of armor, but always cheese.
Oh!
I don't know why. Anyway...
Water deep reference. I didn't.
Yeah, Hikari was asking about the cheese. Also, she speaks Elvish. I don't know with what facility she speaks any languages, right at the moment. So if there's complicated translation work, you might want to leave it until after she's had some of the cheese, and it's been a little longer since I'm pretty sure they're just pouring hard liquor into an ale glass.
Yeah, sure. All right. Okay. Thank you, Charity. Appreciate it. Burbage will hang up, and he'll kind of look around, and then he'll kind of open the door a little bit to the pantry and be like, "Oh, this light knife just tried to stab me. Hikari, your lit knife is trying to stab me. Can you come take care of this knife for me?"
Yeah, I'll stumble over and I don't even know how I get drunk anymore at this rate, but I'll just stumble over and take the knife, and I'm sort of stumbling around with it, and
all right, no,
take the light thing off.
Get in here. This is not the knife. That was a ruse. All right.
I thought. Oh,
no,
okay.
just forget about it. Just come. Okay.
Okay. I drop the knife and I go, "Oh, okay."
Don't
and I shut the door.
Hikari.
I have dark vision, Burbage.
That's great. Good for you. Now look, I am interested in a knife, but it's not the light knife. It's this knife. It's a wooden dagger, and it has some writing on it in Elvish. Charity wrote to me via message cantrip, indicated to me that you might have learned Elvish at some point in your life.
Are you sure it was charity? Did he sign off?
I think so.
I'm going to fireball all of you.
I'd like to point out that Hikari and I have
Okay.
resistance. And
So-
Adam is a rogue with evasion, so
I meant
good luck.
Andy.
Andy's gonna fireball.
Yeah, Andy is. He's getting annoyed
I'm
at me,
kidding,
and I
you're
love
funny.
it.
It was definitely
Um,
charity. He threatened to set the door on fire, so I figured it was him.
Still stands, by the way.
Will you please look at this knife? What does this say?
So really quick, I take a wheel of cheese and I light it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Okay.
You like the wheel of cheese.
and
Glowing
then
cheese.
what does it say?
The
It's a
cheese
little
says,
blurry.
"I'm
but I
following you now."
I like start doing that thing, where like people are drunk and so they like can't focus
Yeah.
if they have like. So I start doing like this, like if you have both eyes open at one time. I don't know. Anyway.
You see that it says in fairly common Elvish,
Mm-hmm.
to my favorite child.
For a second, I was thinking we were talking about the wheel of cheese. I'm not
Are
even drinking.
you
I'm
drunk?
just-
It's
I'm
a, it's a
just an idiot.
it was a commemorative cheese wheel.
If I play a drunk idiot for a while, then I
To my
start.
favorite child.
Okay, to
All
my
right.
favorite child, and so it says to my favorite child.
Oh, that's not interesting at all. I was hoping it
As-
would say something like,
As you say that out loud,
Oh no, a
the
little ghost girl of yours.
the sort of intricate design work kind of starts to light up, and then you hear what almost sounds like a almost a children's music box kind of ding ding ding
Ooh.
ding ding ding.
"How loud is this?"
I look
Ding 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 ding.
over at Burbage
You're-
and I'm like,
it's
"Are you
fairly
scared
loud.
too?"
So the rest of you do hear a light music coming from the pantry. in
Wait,
the
is
back.
the music coming from the knife?
It seems to, yeah.
Right, I stab it into cheese to kind of muffle
You
the
stab
sound.
it straight into
It's
cheese,
a
yeah.
light cheese.
It seems to be more of a magical effect than a
Ah.
literal music
As-
box.
As we hear
With
the sort of
playing.
faint notes sort of being plucked out from the pantry that now Hikari has also walked into, you're just going to see sort of Charity look down at the table. Yeah, finish your drinks, because it's probably just all about to start happening.
Burbage opens the door. He's shouting to try to cover the sound of the music. Ah! Hikari is so drunk, Charity. Come in here and come in loudly. Everyone be loud.
Hikari! Is Hikari okay?
Balin, could you sing one of those rousing travel songs that you used to sing on the road?
Yeah, Balin, sing that song. Fur bog, I'm a little fur bog.
People, what's wrong with Hikari?
The best Furbog.
And Clem, come over here, quick. Ha ha ha, I'm a little fur bog, Clem, get Bubbly Petunia out of here.
Oh, okay. Nonchalantly walk over to Bubbly Petunia.
I remember you. You were the one that threw intestines at me?
Yeah, it's true. I taught you how to be a good person that cares about people. Remember that?
Burbage is trying to put these things back in Bubbly Petunia's bag while
Craig.
he's distracted.
We lost
Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, we just lost Craig.
I've got
Craig is a fickle bitch.
it's connected.
Right?
It is.
He seems taken with you, Clem, for the moment. You seem to have his
Hold
attention.
on. We're not back.
Now recording.
Now we're back.
Recording.
Yeah, Clem, you have his attention. He's taken with you.
And while he's distracted, I'm just trying to return the things to his bag without a note.
After a few seconds, the music stops. And if you dive back out, trying to return both things to his bag.
Yeah, because instead of finding something cool and suspicious, he just found some shit that like suggests that he's like a family guy. Family Guy, the show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not hard. Give me just a stealth check, Burbage, just in case.
Oh
but
no.
With advantage, because I'm distracting Bubbly Petunia so
I'll
well.
even say with advantage. Yeah.
25.
25. Yeah, it seems like everything is a-okay.
I love when you say
And-
it seems.
And he seems to be having a conversation with Clem.
So I heard you mention you have children. What are their names?
I have a family. It's true.
What are their names?
If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not share that.
That's weird. We're
private.
just having like a conversation. Okay,
Right.
what are their interests?
Well, my child has been into horses a lot lately. They want to be an adventurer. When
Oh,
they
they sound really basic.
They are basically
A child into horses?
a
Wow.
good person.
I was into horses.
They're basically a good person, and I want to keep that.
Oh, so not like you, yeah? And I rib my elbow, or like, I get my elbow in the ribs a bit, and I'm like, I'm just fucking with you.
Yes, fucking with me. Okay.
Burbage comes over. Burbage is annoyed because he went through all this effort to investigate stuff, didn't find anything that seemed relevant. He's going to come over and he's going to be like, hey, oh, I heard you talking about somebody who's good and you want to keep them that way. That's great. Being good and becoming bad, being bad and becoming good. These things, they're real processes. As we try to find, and I'm, who our identities and who we want to be. I'm trying to read whether he has any kind of interesting response to the word process.
I
Okay.
really enjoy the look on Galway's face as that happened.
Which was Charity sort of across the room. Just like,
Give me an inside check.
16.
really?
Let me whisper something to you. Hold on.
I didn't see that roll. Did anyone else?
Like
I
the
did not,
dice.
but yeah.
I didn't see the dice or the result.
Oh, you don't see it in the chat?
No, there's it is non-existent.
Didn't show up at all, yeah.
I mean, I see an insight roll.
Oh,
Oh,
there,
now it showed up.
it just happened. Okay, cool. It just had a very long delay.
Weird. Whisper secrets. Oh, I'm excited for this whisper. I wonder if Andy expected so much of tonight's session to be
us fucking around in this inn.
Okay.
In a pantry of this inn?
In the pantry, yeah.
So what about your other children? Or just the one? They want to be an adventurer, you say?
It's true. They just want to be an adventurer. I think it's wanting to follow in their old man's footsteps, but
Aren't you a warmonger?
warmonger.
I thought you said whoremonger. Okay, go ahead. I was like,
I wouldn't
You're like,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
Clem, calm down.
classify myself as that. No.
Sorry, I just have thoughts.
Sure. We all have thoughts.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you do sometimes. What about the rest of your family?
We don't have to talk about family. We don't have to talk about,
Are you
this. Me? I'm fine, all right? I just, it's been a long day. It's clearly must be bedtime now. No, we're not going
It's like 10 in the morning.
I was like, this is breakfast.
Yeah, it's 10 in the morning.
really quick. Burbage, did you come out with all the cheese like under your
Yeah, I've got a bunch of cheese.
Okay. So I stayed in the pantry and I'm just like eating. Just like whatever.
The barkeep is shooing you out of there, trying to
I take a loaf of bread and I go
kick you. He backs up. Come on, get out of there. Come on.
Okay, and now I'm done fucking around. Sorry.
All
For a
right.
Lena just wants to point out that we met a child that loves horses and wants to be an adventurer.
Oh, when?
It was prior. It was pre-Rachel.
Yeah, wait, it was you're talking about the Bavarian Ravagers.
Yeah. And Stormbringer probably wouldn't connect that at all, but I don't know about Burbage. It's covered in cheese.
Yeah, wait, so Burbage heard him talking about their child going through a horse phase.
I mentioned also that, oh, so your kid likes horses. And then he said, yeah, she wants to be an adventurer like her dad.
Technically, they.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He said they?
I think I just immediately heard they like horses and just pictured
And
like,
just
a
assumed
girl
that.
obsessed
Yeah.
with ponies.
Which,
So,
Yeah, get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Burbage might later reflect on that and think and make the connection, but not right this moment.
He's got too much cheese on him.
Yeah, free cheese for everybody. Wait, why did he just stole from the pantry?
Oi, that's my cheese.
Andy,
Yes.
I know about, so I used to help with the war effort, right? So, but I was on the opposite side of this guy, right?
You worked in Bovalia, which
Or is that not part of the war and it was just like a side
not
thing?
not part of this war. No, they certainly have been stockpiling and in a bit of an arms race with their neighbors, you might say. But
Sad.
not specifically in this conflict.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Yeah. And after a minute, he'll sort of drink a bit of the ale he has left, grab his stuff, and he kind of wanders upstairs. This gentleman. And my friends, the rest of the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Did you want to talk at all about what you'd like to do? I mean, I know that we don't really know each other that well, but this seems like a real big decision. So I just didn't know if you wanted to like talk it out a little bit, or if you want to just ignore it till it has to happen.
Yeah, thanks, Clem. You know, I'm really not sure what I want to do with all this cheese. I mean, the barkeeper's staring at me really bad. And
I mean, you didn't ask my advice, but my advice would be maybe give it back to the barkeep and maybe he'll give you a free drink for returning all that cheese.
Or not break your neck.
That too.
all right, I'm going to go put this cheese back in the pantry. And hey, I appreciated you checking in with me, but Stormbringer looks like she could really use a friend right now.
What a troll!
So,
God, I love it so
Stormbringer,
much.
I'll ask you the same question that I definitely asked Burbage. Do you need to talk things over at all, or?
Clem, I don't have any cheese.
I'd like to say that Charity is just laughing his ass off as he like sips at an ale and like scrapes up the last bits of curry. And just like, oh, this is beautiful.
My eye actually twitches as I just look. I just calmly say, "No, not about the cheese. Just about, you know, the whole being chief, or we all die."
Oh,
Do you want to talk about that? I mean, we could also talk about cheese, but I figured this is maybe a little bit more pressing.
yeah, especially since I don't have any cheese. I mean, I'm not gonna let them kill you all either way, but I don't know. I don't really want to be chief, but I think maybe I gotta do this to make sure that Bubbly Petunia doesn't infiltrate further with his insidious lies about family and stuff. I don't know. He's sketch. But I'm not gonna I don't know. I need to think about a way once I beat Snowdown and Dawn Protector, because I definitely will. I need to think about what I'm gonna do afterwards that doesn't result in me being chief, and I don't know about that because they're pretty stuck in these traditions.
Yeah, but once you're chief, you could just kind of do whatever you want, right? I mean, they could be stuck in the traditions, but you could just say, "No, here's my new decree."
Can my new decree be that I'm not chief?
Yeah, after maybe make some other decrees about how chief is found, and then you could say, "And actually, I'm not the chief anymore. Bye."
How is chief found?
Well, what do you think? Could it be everybody decides who'd be the best chief, or maybe you decide who
I
you
was
think would be the
thinking,
best chief?
whoever hides the best and then gets found last would make sense.
Is hiding a good thing for Goliaths?
No, but you said found.
That,
Uh,
I
uh,
forget how literal y'all are.
How?
Fair point. I spend most of the time talking to myself up here, okay?
And bears, who are oddly less literal.
but that other thing you said with voting sounds like maybe a good idea. Or maybe they just don't need a chief anymore. But they kind of do, because Pain Whisperer sucks a lot. And somebody needs to keep Pain Whisperer from sucking so much.
What if you have a group of people, like a parliament? But I don't know what to say that's not parliament.
Council?
Council.
A group of people who are really good at hiding?
No, maybe some are good at hiding, but some are good at fighting, and some are good at talking. Some are good at listening. It's like a good mixture. That way you don't just have one, you say you have one person and maybe they're real shit at hiding, but they're real good at talking. They'd be really great. And then you could have somebody who's real good at hiding, but real shit at fighting. I'm kind of getting mixed up here a little bit, but you can have.
No, I get it. It's like us. It's like the family, right? Charity is really good at talking and lighting things on fire. And I'm not that good at lighting things on fire, but I'm really good at smashing things and electrocuting things.
Yeah, you're really strong and Burbage is really weak.
No, Burbage is, but also he's really sneaky. He's really sneaky and fast, and I'm not that sneaky or fast. Charity is kind of in between. And Hikari's really good at getting drunk, and also just kind of can do a lot of cool magic stuff that Charity can't do. Yeah.
So it sounds like you've found this family of yours and figured out how to make things work in a reasonable way. I don't know why that can't also be applied here.
Yeah, I can tell them they have to do that, and then I can leave.
Yeah, maybe we can help them set that up so we don't just leave them in chaos. And then we could leave. You could leave. I'm going to go my own way into the mountains with my plants and my bears.
I guess,
Bears.
yeah. I also gotta find how to get I can't remember if we told you about the thing that I'm looking. No? Charity's making cutting signals at me.
It's okay. I expect there's a lot of secrets. I feel like Charity and I had an understanding about secrets and things, so I get it.
Yeah, so I guess I just gotta spend some time here, and I guess while I'm spending some time here doing the things that Charity made cutting motions about, then I can also maybe set up a group of people who do those things.
I mean, I can help. I've never really been on a council, but I've been in cities and I like to talk a lot, so I can kind of help you to figure it out if you want.
I've been in cities, but spent a lot of my time running from guards. That was a lot of my time and our time. So I don't know so much about governance of cities.
Well, maybe it can be a thing that I can help with and your family can all help with, and it could be something that you decree, but everybody works together in the background to help it come together.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. And then they'll leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good.
I feel like listening along to this conversation and with all of it, at this point, Charity's going to sort of get up and put his cloak back on, and sort of to Balin be like, tell me, do you know where Dawn Protector might be at the moment?
Well, there's the chief's lodging. It's just up the hill a little bit. If she's not there, she might be at the Elder Council. Or just wandering around.
Thank you. And Charity's going to sort of slip out the door, I think.
Fair enough.
So are you sure you can defeat Dawn Protector?
I mean, Dawn Protector wants to lose, so yes.
Oh, I guess that's fair, because I don't think she actually wants us all to be murdered.
Also, she doesn't want to be chief. That's what Brain Crusher was saying. And Dawn Protector's just being manipulative instead of just being like, hey, I'm not going to be chief anymore.
So that's another point in the direction of what we were just talking about, because then you don't have to worry about people becoming chief that don't want to be chief.
Yeah, I mean, she could have just said no. She could have just decided not to anymore.
Some people's weaknesses show up in their inability to say no, and sometimes they just do a really poor job at what they're asked, rather than just stepping down.
Yeah.
And they hope it'll solve itself.
And I guess then you calling your ex-girlfriend who thought that you wanted her dead into becoming chief instead as a solution. That's a good solution.
I mean, you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Charity, as you, I assume we're kind of walking up the hill here then.
Yeah, I heard 2 places up the hill or just wandering around, so I'd probably start with Chief's lodging.
You see a couple of the Goliath children kind of rush by you, and just a few seconds later, one with kind of makeshift crutches is going as fast as they can down this hill.
Tiny Tim.
It's a Goliath Tiny Tim. It's a girl though. She's going down the hill quite fast. But she's having trouble keeping up with the rest. And as she passes you, she says, "You're not from you're not from around here."
That is correct.
Okay.
Are we outside right now?
No, just Charity.
Just Charity. Okay, so to make sure.
Charity's gonna.
Or drunk. I don't know.
Do I think that her leg would constitute the type of injury that could be healed with healing?
Do you want to give me a medicine check?
Yeah.
And sort of look her over just quick. Yeah.
I have guidance on myself. And just as a reminder, everyone, guidance is an amazing spell that makes you or people that you care about better at things. Use it early. Use it often. Did mean to roll a d6. Sorry about that. 23.
Yeah, with the 23, you just kind of very carefully are looking at it, and it honestly looks like the bone was recently broken and hasn't set properly. And it's actually something probably you could fix pretty easily.
Do you... Charity's going to sort of pause. Your friends both ran by. Why did you stop to ask me if I was not from here?
I could tell by your eyes. You don't live under the cloud.
What's the difference in my eyes versus those who live under the cloud?
Well, you're gonna die. And that's the difference, because
Terrifying.
those like us aren't. So, because death is not a thing.
Oh.
And I can see it in your eyes.
That, I suppose that scans. But it seems that your leg hasn't fully healed yet.
No. And she kind of hits it with the crutch a little bit. Oh, ow. Yeah, it hasn't. I got stepped on, and it hurts.
Perhaps the advantage of knowing death is knowing ways to hold it back. Be healed. And I'm going to cast Healing Word on her at level 1.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll.
10.
10. Nice. Yeah. It heals right up, and she kind of very gingerly starts to put a little weight on it, and then she starts smacking it with the crutch really hard. That doesn't hurt anymore. Well, it hurts a little now because I smacked it with my crutch. But it doesn't hurt like it did. Whack, whack, whack. Wow. Did you fix my leg?
I did.
Oh. I'm gonna be sad when you die.
Believe it or not, that's one of the nicer things people have said to me recently.
Thanks. What's your name?
I am Caloran Charity of the family, but you can call me Charity.
They call me Billowborn, or at least when I grow up, I want my name to be Billowborn, because I think that sounds cool.
I hope that I live long enough that I may see you called that, Billowborn.
Okay, now I'm gonna go race my friends because they don't know that I have a good leg. And
Plus
she'll act like she's on the crutch.
Plus, now you can use the crutch to trip them.
That's a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. And she'll hop off.
Charity will sort of shrug more into his cloak and continue up the hill.
Aww.
All right. As you get to the top of the hill, you a few horses are just kind of wandering around. You see Elder Brain Crusher speaking to a few members of what looks to be the council. And you don't see Dawn Protector at the moment. You're just sort of, honestly, for a moment, Charity, you're kind of lost in just the life around you. You're caught up in just a really small village, kind of genuinely filled with happy people. So why can't you shake this dark feeling you have?
Because they're going to kill us in the morning.
Because they're planning to kill you in the morning is very possibly true. And we'll have to come back from break to see if they're going to do it. Let's take a quick break here.
Could we do like a 10-minute break?
10-minute break, everyone.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead, deal with your fluids, deal with your existential crises, and we'll come back all ready to go. Maybe with some Goliath fighting. Who knows? Who knows what the night will bring?
Right, everybody. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
BRB, don't leave.
Hello, friends. We have returned. We are back. So we have not left the tavern yet. Um, Everyone's getting into some shenanigans. Charity, though, split off from the group and is wandering around town looking for a dawn protector. And that's where we are on the sort of midday of the 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 championship battle tonight for chieftainship. Yes, all of those things made sense. So
Mhm.
now, as we get back in, Charity, you're kind of wandering around looking for Dawn Protector. Um, Real quick, Stormbringer, what are you doing? Are you wanting to hang out in the tavern or the inn most of the day, or you also do realize you actually haven't been back here since your mother died, and you're not sure if any of like her things or your family's things um, are still around, or I didn't know if that was curious to you or not. It's up to you.
Would she have had things that I cared about? I feel like Goliaths are like very thingy people.
Yeah, not especially. Maybe there was something, but yeah, you don't know.
Um, yeah, I can kind of like go check things out, like for her stuff, and also just kind of get a read on the town.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to make them be like a council, so I need to like kind of see how things are.
sure. All right, so we'll start with Stormbringer, and then we'll jump to Charity then. So Stormbringer, as you step out of Water Links, um, and your sort of head isn't as consumed with the prospect of Dawn Protector saying that they're going to kill all of you, and but you need to fight her tonight. That's calmed down a little bit, and your senses are now kind of open to the smell of horses, the clanging of anvils somewhere up the hill in the distance. Um, and immediately you're transported back to when you were young. It's this same village that while again you always would go out on these kind of missions for months at a time, to either hunt or to sort of scope the area. You always returned here, and you always felt kind of a place of home here, and that you can't help it, that sensory information that you're getting all of a sudden just reminds you of that. And where would you like to head? um there's like the chief lodgings, but Storm Dawn Protector's probably living in there now. If there was stuff, maybe the elders kept it. um
Where would my sister be? Like when my sister. Wait,
you're not exactly
my
sure.
sister's
You can
daughter or my mom's
yeah,
daughter?
your father's daughter,
Oh,
not with your mother. Yeah.
okay. Well, she might still, I guess, know things. Where would she be at?
You're not exactly sure. It's um you could just kind of wander around and look. It's not a large village. uh and you can ask around, see if anyone's seen her.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. And as you pass a few Goliaths along the way and a few horses that you recognize, uh, most of the Goliaths have a smile for you. Not all of them. A few just turn around and head into their establishment as you approach, but it's so odd. It's kind of hot and cold with these people. You're not really sure where you stand exactly. Um, Charity, as you progress further into the village, you do see Dawn Protector up ahead, speaking with a few elders, and you can tell that they're elders only by the sort of giant furs and cloaks that they wear. Most everyone else here is more practically dressed for what they do. So you see her up ahead. This one right here.
I'd probably hang back for a minute and see if it seems like her conversation is wrapping up.
Yeah.
I'm not like trying to hide or anything, so if she notices me and then asks something, but I'm just going to sort of, hang out for a minute.
Yeah. So one of the other Goliaths kind of comes up behind you and, hey, I remember you. I was with that group with Mountain Splitter, and we helped you get to that town. You remember?
Yes.
Horseshoe Sniffer. Do you remember me
Horseshoes.
at all?
I was under some duress and we were hurrying, but I do not wish to lie. I am afraid I do not, but I appreciated your help. It was invaluable for us to get there as quickly as we could.
Yeah, we try our best with stuff like that. It wasn't too bad. You just kind of look lost here, so I was just gonna point you. This building over here is Frostbane's clothing up here. You got the tavern over here. If you're looking for a smithy, that's back. Giant Walker's smithy is back over here. It's a nice little village, and just outsiders don't just kind of wander around, like looking like you do. Just kind of let you know.
Oh, I appreciate that. When we were on the road returning from the party of giants that we defeated, Dawn Protector had a conversation with my brother Burbage and had requested to speak with me about it some further. I just didn't want to interrupt the conversation she was having.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Just we're watching you, with our eyes. So don't try anything funny. Should be all right.
Funny haha or funny mischievous? Because both honestly are more likely to come from Burbage. I'm more, oh god, no, please, someone, please put the flames out. Or healing you. Your pick.
Fair enough. I don't know how one person can be like a sentence like that, but that's that's you. That's it's all you. So and he just kind of backs away, odd, looking at you.
That's the right read there, buddy.
And you turn back, and Dawn Protector seems to be kind of walking toward you, alone at this point.
And I'll sort of move up. And Charity will sort of bow, like, greetings, Dawn Protector.
Yes, hello. If you've come to beg for your life or the life of your friends, I think you're talking to the wrong person.
No. While we were on the road returning this way, Burbage had mentioned that he had a conversation with you and that he wanted me to talk to you next. And I just, what with the whole impending death sentence and all, kind of thought that now might be the best opportunity to do so. Before, we're trying to have it before you decapitate us.
You are an outsider. It's hard to talk to you after you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to step inside? Is this...
Yes, that might be for the best.
All right. And she'll kind of go back around the corner to the lodging here and step through the door. And it's a large door, big, heavy wooden one. It swings and open as you go in. And inside, the place is pretty scarce. It almost as if there's room for lots of decoration and to make this place kind of your own, but this person has not filled in the space. Is sort of your immediate
Yeah.
response to the dwelling. To your left, there's what looks to be a kind of a wooden bench. To the right, there's a table with a few chairs, and she just immediately sort of sits at that, and she just kind of looks tired.
And Charity's gonna sort of stop and like,
And as you sit down, she stands back up real quick, and goes and puts a box away, back into what looks to be a kind of a bedroom area, and then comes back out. Sorry, I needed to clean up real quick.
no, not
And you
at
sort
all.
of look around, and there's just nothing left to clean up. There was maybe that one item that was out of place.
It's like, good. We managed to really, yeah, good. Decluttering, it's important. Charity's gonna sort of stop and like, I believe on the road, my brother spoke to you some about possibly books and reading. Asking you some questions about them, maybe something about puzzles.
Books aren't really my thing. Puzzles are weird.
They are. I honestly think that he said that I would speak to you next in the hopes that I would continue that conversation with you. But honestly, I have a different conversation in mind.
You're tricky, little one. Go ahead.
Nope, again...
That doesn't seem real tricky.
I was like, again, I'm going to have to refer you all to Burbage. That's the one you're thinking of when you say that. Charity's going to sort of pause, and I think he looks contemplative and then's going to look up and make... Charity does not tend to make very direct eye contact. He will look people in the eye, but it tends to be more of a glancing. He is going to be looking at her. What is it you want from Stormbringer?
At this, she takes a deep breath. She frowns and she thinks. What has she told you about why she left?
Actually told or hypothetically?
What do you believe from what she said?
I believe that at some point in the past, she did something, almost certainly the taking of a life, and that you all take many lives, but it wasn't the way it should have been by your perspective, or there was something off about it. I believe that she did what she did to protect her family, because she is very protective of her family. And I believe that she thinks she was cast out for this. Or was cast out, I am not sure which.
She did. She took a life. And you're quite right to say we take many lives here. But she took a life. The Goliaths and Gunagaim are traditional in that we have rituals, we have things that are important to us if done in particular ways. The right of the champion, the thing that's going to happen tonight, is one of our most sacred institutions. There is a very particular way we need to go about it. And one time when her mother was being challenged, Stormbringer snuck into the challenger's tent and killed them. It was a denial of every Goliath instinct that we have here. Not just to kill someone that is going to hurt your family, perhaps, but to do it in such a way that denies everything that we are about. It broke my heart. I want to go back to that moment, and I want to grab her arm before she slips into that tent, and I want to stop her from throwing away everything Goliath. That's what I want.
Tell me, Dawn Protector. I'm afraid to say, are your parents still alive?
No, mine are not.
Did you love them? Were they good parents?
They were decent parents. Parents here are... more the village raises us. I didn't seem incredibly over protective of just two people that helped raise me. But I do feel a longing for them
And
now that they're gone.
and any elders or those in the village who particularly raised you with particular care or that you feel particular affection for?
Stormbringer and I. Pain Whisperer recently. I care for them deeply.
My father was a monster. And he made me a monster because I was too afraid to fight back. That is what I want now. I want the power to be able to fight back against every monster that the downtrodden can't fight. I want to make it so that they can never hurt them again. And it seems to me that you are confused. You comment that traditions are important to you and that Stormbringer is important to you, but Stormbringer is a person who cares more about her family than those traditions and always will. If you want anything, any semblance of that past you wish you could go back to, you are going to need to decide if you will have the strength to stand up to those traditions. I think you haven't because you're afraid that they'll punch back. But I know my sister, and I know that Goliaths can damn well take a punch.
It's certainly true. If I don't have a ritual or the tradition of being a Goliath, then what am I?
If a monster decides to be a good person, what are they?
That's a hard question.
And it's the one I'm trying to answer.
Little man in the puzzle box said something kind of similar.
Oh, goody. So there's a little man in the puzzle box, huh? How did Burbage get me to have this conversation
the one
anyway?
that Burbage gave to me. There's a little guy in there.
Wait, didn't Burbage learn at some point that Israk Devere was in the box?
Yeah. And I think he shared that with me, with Charity.
Fun times.
So he talks to you, huh?
It was only the once, really. See, when you first become chief, there's a bit of knowledge hidden away that you learn about and that you can't talk about. It's an odd thing that always sort of wrestles around in your brain, and you get that from the box, the little man in the box.
Yeah, the little man in the box loved rattling around in brains. I don't know. I do not truly have an answer for you. I just wish to speak with you before the proceedings of this evening, whatever shape or form they may take. But if I may, I might pose an answer, at least a tentative one, to your question.
Yeah.
If you were a Goliath that has chosen to value what you value and reject traditions when they restrict you from protecting it from being it, you will be something very similar to what my sister is now.
You've given me a lot to think about, and you're so small. How can so much come out of you like that? That's It's almost like you're bigger on the inside.
Aw.
That is the second very kind thing that a Goliath has said to me today. I bid you good rest and good luck, though not good enough that I end up being with you all attempting to execute me in the morning.
I believe in Stormbringer's power. Though I will not, she knows this, I will not throw the champion. I have too much pride to go easy on her, but
I suspect she'll throw you.
perhaps. I have a few things I need to prepare, yeah, and have you met that Goholnian man?
Yes, I have.
He's interesting. He seems nice, but there's so much behind his eyes that I don't have access to. But he gave me a gift. It was nice. He seems okay.
Fine silk can be wrapped around a sharp dagger. I knew many like him when I worked for my father. I would recommend you be cautious. And I say this to you not for any agenda of my own, but as a friend to Stormbringer who does care about you. Be cautious with that one and anything he gives you.
Okay. Thank you. You step back out. There are the elders that you were talking to her earlier are kind of waiting for you to leave. But
me.
as you do, they they sort of nod and kind of look you over a bit.
Are there any sort of torches or campfires in this area?
Not necessarily. Warmth is not necessarily a thing that Goliaths need.
Oh, I just also meant that for general lighting.
Cold. No, it's daytime. It's,
okay.
Yeah, there's.
I wasn't sure to what degree the clouds meant it darkened a bit during the day.
Right, and that's kind of weird, actually. Now that you mention it, as you look above you, the thickness of the cloud should be, quite dark underneath here, but you can actually kind of see the sun through the, almost as if it's just a light overcast day, and not the sort of gray thick clouds that it looks like.
All right, well, that's just not right.
It's certainly not right. All right. And Stormbringer, you've kind of made your way around town just a little bit. You had eventually met your sister, and she kind of comes up to you, gives you a hug. It seems like she just got out of the river, and you know that the river goes between being incredibly cold in certain parts of it, but then there's like a natural kind of natural spring water that seeps into one part, and so it's actually quite hot on another part of it. And it seems like she's been bathing in that.
Hi, Mountain Splitter. Did you have a good bath?
Yeah, it was nice. This is a nice little village.
Wait, have you not been here before?
I have only a couple times. Yeah. Yeah, once to try to meet our father, but that didn't work out. He was already lost. And uh one time, then last time I came was to find Dawn Protector to try to uh talk to her on your behalf. And I stayed for a little bit before we went out again into the mountains.
Oh, huh. Um, so you probably wouldn't want to like stay here and like help lead it ever. It's not really like I know like your place then, your people.
That'd be weird. And I don't think, because of who my mom is, I don't think they really like me that much.
Who's your mom? I don't think we ever talked about that.
Oh, she was a human.
Wait, are you like only half Goliath?
Yeah, that's why I'm shorter than you.
I thought
I
you were
think.
just short.
Well, I'm sorry, what'd you ask?
I thought you were just short.
Oh, well, yeah, I am also just short.
Huh. Where did Dad meet a human and then have sex with a human and have baby with a human?
Asking the
I
real
don't-
questions.
I don't exactly know where, but I would imagine a bed is where he had sex.
Yeah, but what about the other parts?
I don't know, yeah. That's confusing.
Do you know your mom?
I know her a little bit, yeah. I left when I was about 18.
Wait,
Which
how
is-
old are you now?
I'm 18 now.
So he had sex with some human woman like 2 years after I was born?
Well, uh, I think that he and your mom had kind of started to see other people around then too. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's okay then. This dialogue feels like something out of the room.
Out of the room.
It's bad.
And that Stormbringer, that kind of matches with what you remember your parents sort of like the staying together forever is not necessarily a Goliath trait. But they were getting together and being very caring to you to watch you grow up and stuff. But they didn't necessarily always sleep together.
So, like, your mom raised you?
Yeah, she raised me for a while. Um are you gonna fight Dawn Protector tonight?
Yeah, I guess.
Because I don't want you guys to die in the morning. That would be bad.
We're not dying in the morning either way. That's stupid.
Oh,
Not
okay.
you're not stupid. That's just stupid. It's
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna fight Dawn Protector.
Okay. Have you ever beat her at wrestling?
Yeah, loads of times.
Loads of times. That's not what I heard. But I'm sure this time will be different. You'll be good.
I'm always good at wrestling.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to win anyways. She hates being chief. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck. Do you need anything else?
no. Where did you get raised? When you were raised by your mom?
I was raised up north. There's a country called Senshore, and there are there's villages that are kind of like this one on the water, and you can look out for as far as your eyes can see and not even see another town. It was interesting and pretty.
That sounds pretty. I've never heard of it before.
It snows a lot up there. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, cool. I'll see you tonight when I beat Dawn Protector and Snow Down.
Okay, I'm gonna cheer on for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And then she'll walk away. And anything else you'd like to do, Stormbringer, today while you're out and about?
I'm mostly just wandering the town to kind of get a read of how things are. Have I noticed, I noticed, has Storm... Probably not. Has Stormbringer noticed, why? Any, commonalities between the people who, are cool with her and who seem not cool with her?
Honestly, it's most of the people you knew really well growing up, and that knew your mom and loved, followed your mom, are the people that seem to be cool with you. And the ones that are more standoffish are the people that don't know you quite as well, and even a few families that, for example, the family of the person you killed certainly doesn't like you. And a few other families that had a problem with your mother's leadership and stuff like that. A couple of the elders, especially like Pain Whisperer and her family. So there are some similarities, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it then.
All right. As you're kind of passing by the elder council, one of the elders kind of stops you.
Stormbringer, yes. Please, come in. I have something I've been keeping for you.
Oh,
This really old, bent over Goliath woman who honestly still is like bulging muscles, but it is also looks pretty frail. And she'll climb
cool,
up into
yeah.
the elder council. And she'll kind of go into this side room that has 12 different lanterns lit. And under one of the lanterns, she takes out a few kind of small packages and says,
These were the things your mother kept. By the way, this is her flame.
and then she hands you a few gently wrapped in cloth packages.
Cool, thank you. I saw my mom in my head the other night. Otherwise, this would probably be more sentimental, but I've spoken to her recently. But thanks for the gifts, for the packages and all the gifts. I appreciate it.
She was burned here, so she's in the cloud. You could speak to her whenever you want.
Yeah, I talked to her in my head before I even got back here. But you're right, I can.
Well, that's just nonsense.
No,
She'll
it's
turn
not.
around and start walking away.
I'm gonna scoff at her and leave with the packages.
Okay. All right. And anything else from Hakari or Burbage or Clem that you want to do in town today?
I was gonna take a nap to prepare for the
Sounds good. Tonight,
tonight is
Alright.
what
Hakari is
I've
going
been
to
doing.
sleep one off.
Yeah, that too.
Sleeping off the brunch.
I think I would spend my day finding any. Or would any of the contacts and things that I know be here, since they came from like the camps and other stuff, or not so much?
Yeah, honestly, it's funny because you've never seen this village this busy. It seems like everyone has been called home at this point.
I would just. We
Um,
don't need to like
so,
act things
yeah.
out specifically, but I would just
Yeah.
go around, try to trade as much as I could in both things that I have found, things that I
Okay.
need, information, if I can, though I know that that's not
Yeah.
always forthcoming from Goliaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like reconnecting my things and just, I don't know, trying to trade shit.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And then I would want to eventually find Stormbringer. I want to talk to her before she goes to fight, but I figure other stuff will happen before then. We'll meet up somehow. So.
Yeah, I'm probably coming back to the inn to like open the packages and
Yeah.
get ready.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, so you wander around town. You can trade a a decent amount with people. Um you head to
Hold on, I can't hear anything.
Oh, sorry. Now are you good?
She's
Not
in
yet.
her earbuds.
I got
Yep, I unplugged my headphones with my butt.
you. Right on.
Continue.
So you head over to like Wish Sender's Naturals and Cold Bringer's Goods, even Bubble Dark Brewery. I just kind of wanted to say the names of cool places that I made up. So you hang out in town a little bit, and you get back to the inn about the same time as Stormbringer, which is probably about 4 or 5 in the afternoon at this point. So you still have another hour and a half or so until things to get dark, and you're supposed to kind of meet people in this the field to the south.
Did I get anything cool that I can add to my inventory from trading with Goliaths?
You did. You got what's called a veteran's cane. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in your thing. This is the coolest thing you got. All right.
Should I
And
say what it is, or does it not matter?
if you'd like, that's up to you.
Yeah, as a free action, I can transform it into any weapon of my choice. And
Sweet.
it's a +1 magical weapon. That's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
neat.
Yeah,
Cool.
most of the time it's a cane, but you can it can transform then into what you like.
Getting older and need a cane to walk around,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
and-
can wait to talk to Stormbringer until after Burbage does his shit.
And the shopkeeper told you that it was something Tellywood had brought.
Oh, that's
And-
nice.
yeah. All right, and Stormbringer comes in the inn, and a little bit later, then Clem will follow. And I assume Charity found his way back.
Yeah.
Can I open my packages to see what my mom left me? It's like Christmas.
Sure.
Death Christmas.
You sort of open them up, and you're almost immediately disappointed because there's 2 books here.
Is one of them the process of Tatarad Baba?
It's certainly not that. Definitely not that. 100 times not that. I don't know what that is, but nor is it the process of a Tarana. One is I'll put it in everyone's journal. One is a small book, a picture book of it's a fairy tale that used to be read to you, and you used to read kind of over and over, but like read more like look at the pictures and know the story kind of thing. And it's called "The Frog in the Mountain," or "How a Fish May Speak to a Bird" by Chris Crosswick. And the other is a smaller book that actually looks like kind of scribbled bad handwriting in it. And you realize is your father's journal. And those seem to be the only kind of possessions that your mother kept. Not necessarily for you, like here, please have this. This is what I'm giving to you, but things that your mother had still on her when she passed.
Cool. I guess I'll like sit down by the fire and read those while I wait to go fight people.
All right. All right. So, but pray, another hour passes, and it's probably about time. It's starting to get a little dark outside, and the sun is gonna dip behind the mountains pretty soon.
Can I talk to Stormbringer?
Please, yeah.
Rachel, you're not pushing to talk.
Sure am. Not every time. It's fine. Anyway, I'm in so many other streams, and this is the only one that's pushed to talk, so I just never remember. Yeah, so I assume we're either sitting near each other or something. If we're not, I'll walk over to you. And I'll just say, how you feeling about tonight?
I just want to get it done with, I mean, I'm usually like really ready for a fight, but this one's kind of not fun because I didn't really want to have to fight Dawn Protector and hurt her, and Snowdown's just a baby person, and also like fights that you're just like coerced into because people are being shitty and because you need things and because people are manipulative are like not as fun, right? Like it just takes the joy out of it.
It's true. It sucks to be manipulated, and I'm glad you could see that that's what's happening to you, but I'm also glad that you're still doing it. And since you're being manipulated, I know that there's a lot of honor among Goliaths and to not cheat and other things like that. So I would definitely never suggest cheating because also I'm sure you could beat her ass.
Yeah, I don't think I cheat.
But I wanted to offer to you, I did make this potion this morning, and it'll make you a little bit harder to hit for 10 minutes. You don't have to take it, but I wanted to give it to you just in case.
What does it do?
It's a +1 bonus to AC for 10 minutes.
I'm okay. I'm probably just gonna rage a lot, It'll
disappear at the end of this night. So if you wanted to take it, it wouldn't take it out of me. It's magical, but if you don't worry about it.
I feel like it's probably against the rules to drink potions ahead of time. Not real clear on that because I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the rules growing up. But it seems likely. And like maybe I should not do it because then they'll like invalidate it and then they won't give me the information I need and let me have the things I need that I'm not supposed to tell you about, I guess. I don't know. And yeah. I should probably.
That makes sense. I just wanted to offer it just in case, but it sounds like you got it under control.
Yeah, it will be a fun fight.
I'll totally drink that potion if you're not going to, Stormbringer.
Are you fighting?
I could get into a fight any moment. Who knows?
She said it lasts for 10 minutes.
Right, well, I could carry it around, drink it.
Okay,
If
well,
it ever becomes necessary.
you just specified I could drink that, and I'm like, well, are you gonna just like drink it and then run over and slap the bartender? That won't end great for anyone.
I
Probably
could
will-
also give you a transformation elixir, which lets you basically alter your appearance. But I think you could already do that. I don't know.
I don't think I can.
Oh,
I can alter your appearance.
without punches,
Oh,
Right.
I can alter his appearance.
without fire.
No.
Oh, I can alter my appearance. And Burbage pulls out the. Does he still have the cultist mask, or did he give that to you, Clem?
No, you didn't give it to me.
Yeah, I think I still have it. He puts on the cultist mask.
Doesn't that make you look like a mind flayer? Or is that a different one?
no, that's a different one. That one is gone.
It's a different horrible item that no longer is in
Okay,
his
fair.
possession. Yeah.
Is Bubbly Petunia around?
So
He
did
is,
you
yeah.
not
He
want
comes
these
downstairs.
potions then, or
Well, if you could, will you give me the potion? I'll take it. I'll take. Wait, you have a transformation potion, right?
I do. Yeah, I mean it'll only be for today. When I wake up in the morning, I'll make new ones. Wait, but are you gonna start shit?
I'm not gonna start shit. No, but I will take that transformation potion. Yes.
It's gonna start shit. Clem, you realize there's absolutely no path in which you give him this transformation potion that he does not start shit. All I'm gonna say, Burbage, is if you are gonna start shit, there's some stables up there that are rife for opportunity of pickpocketing, freeing all the horses, driving them from the town.
Sure.
Just preparatory thoughts.
Oh, hey, Stormbringer, where'd you get this book? The Frog in the Mountain, or How a Fish May Speak to a Bird. I read this as a child.
Did you? I haven't read it yet because I was reading my dad's journal, and I guess he was gonna become an elemental. That's not really quite what it says, but that's how I'm interpreting it. My dad was an elemental, y'all.
Explains the lightning, I guess.
You can read his journal too.
I'm sorry, what?
My dad was an elemental.
Those things can have sex?
I guess. I don't know. It says that he was gonna go on his elementation to obtain elemental energies and harness them. And so he became an elemental.
Was he a Goliath?
Yeah.
I guess now is not really the time to talk about this, but I have a lot of questions.
Also, Hakari and Charity, when Burbage says that about the book,
Mm-hmm.
you've both read that as well as kids.
The storybook?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that fairy tale.
Did we mention something like that with the Bovalian Ravagers, or am I making that up?
Nope, you've all mentioned like you've read fairy tales before.
Okay,
but
never mind.
this is
I made that
a
up.
weird moment. You start kind of looking at each other like, we all read this same story?
Well, is
As
it
a
like
kid?
a storybook of, like, I mean, like a lot of kids would. Never mind, that doesn't exist in this world. But you know what I mean? Like, I mean, are they ones that like most kids would know?
It's a fairly popular one, but Clem, you've not ever heard of this
Okay.
story.
I guess I didn't think that. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't really say anything. It was.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was.
And also, Sir Benaventura is downstairs. Any sort of motions for you, Stormbringer? I suppose it's time.
I guess, yeah. Why are you involved.
I'm certainly curious to see how this goes. I would not miss it for the world.
It's gonna go hella good.
I believe you entirely.
Good. Guess I'll read this book when we get back and go fight people now.
Hey, Bubbly Petunia, what is your son's name?
I don't believe I said I had a son.
Your child's name. The one who's going through a horse phase.
If it's all the same, I wouldn't care to share.
He doesn't like giving names. He thinks that we're gonna do something weird if we know stuff about him.
Fair enough.
Is your name not really Sir Bubbly Petunias then?
It's certainly
Have you been
not.
lying to us this whole time?
I never once said that my name was Bubbly Petunia. All right. And then Stormbringer, and everyone. Skydrowner hasn't really left the inn until this moment, and then she'll walk with you, kind of down toward the field. So all of you are
Solemnly.
down here now. Elder Pain Whisperer sort of steps up in front of all of you, and it's starting to get a little bit dark, and so the masses of people around, the entire village that's shown up here, are starting to light torches all the way around.
Creepy.
Pain Whisperer says, "Yes, tonight we have the ritual of the champion to decide who is the strongest to lead us. You all know the ritual, you know the rites. You will take turns, each of you, deciding on the form of strength that will be challenged. And the winners will face each other, since there are 4 of you. Stormbringer and Snowdown are first."
Oh, hey, who's the fourth?
Stormbringer and Snowdown, please come up.
Okay, that's cool. I can't find my token. Also, who's the fourth?
Wait, where are you?
I don't know. Where am I?
Is it back at the...
Oh, maybe, I don't know. You're
Also,
somewhere.
you
You're
have
way up
my
here. Oh, I'm sorry.
old art as my token still.
Oh, no.
It's a travesty.
I apologize. And Stormbringer, as you step up with Snowdown in this just sort of plowed field next to a bunch of buildings, and with the ring of the village surrounding you. Snowdown moves over to you and then kind of says loudly, "I yield the challenge to Stormbringer. I will not fight." And then he steps away.
That was easy.
Thanks for being a cool person, Snowdown. I'm glad we didn't have to get hurt.
I'm gonna
He
kind of
just
whisper
nodded.
yell at Stormbringer and just be like, he should be on the council.
Yeah.
Another Goliath steps up, as does Dawn Protector. And this is a Goliath that you've only met a couple times, and their name is Hardguard. And as they step up, they also shout to the group, "I will not fight. I yield the challenge to Dawn Protector." And then he steps away.
This feels like the kind of thing that could have been verified before the preliminaries.
Yep.
This could have been in an email, just...
An email chain.
Elder Pain Whisperer steps up again. Then it is decided that the final competition, the challenge of strength, will be between Stormbringer and Dawn Protector. Stormbringer, please step up.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm getting kind of excited now, y'all.
Dawn Protector, you have first right of strength. Dawn Protector kind of stands over then. Stormbringer, you notice Dawn Protector is in kind of the sort of chieftain gear. Dawn Protector's not wearing armor. She's got sort of some feathers, an interesting little necklace thing. It's just sort of decked out, and it's not the kind of garb that she normally wears. She doesn't have any weapons on her. And as you sort of step forward, Pain Whisperer kind of nods toward your weapons and asks you to leave them behind.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you leave all of your weapons with like Hikari and
Should I
Burbage
leave
in
my
them?
shield behind also? Does she have a shield?
Yes. No, Dawn Protector doesn't have a shield either.
Take it.
Yeah, here, watch my shit. I'll leave it with them.
Okay. You step up. Dawn Protector says, the first rite of strength will be wrestling. And at this, she lays down on the ground and sort of puts her arm up, ready to arm wrestle you.
Yeah! Arm wrestle!
So Goliath arm wrestling is slightly different, whereas you start with your arms and then anything goes.
Just gonna point out I shouted arm wrestle me, and I don't remember what that tattoo that Hikari gave me does, but I did shout the keyword.
Yes.
All right. So you arm wrestle me, and then you kind of get down, and as you lock arms, the tattoo lights up a brilliant purple light on your arm. Dawn Protector actually looks really confused at this and doesn't exactly know what to make of it.
Hopefully,
you
that
see
one
her
doesn't validate your.
kind of look around
Yeah.
a little bit, and then she locks hands with you. So you're both like laying like on belly first on the ground with the arm in front of you all. And then Pain Whisperer yells, "Begin!" And at this, I need you to make a strength check. You can make it athletics, and I believe it's advantage because of your tattoo.
20.
20.
Charity's also going to sort of lean to the rest of the party like, by the way, just if this starts going bad for any particular reasons, perhaps we retreat up towards the north, and you didn't leave anything flammable in the rooms, right?
I always carry everything I own with me at all times.
Good choice.
Like a good D&D player.
Also, if the
I
past
also
is
have a weird basket hoarder, so.
also if the past is any indication, stay away from the area of the horses. Things tend to go poorly.
All right. And at this, her arm starts to retreat a little bit. Go ahead and give me another one.
16.
Okay. And this, she's just holding her own. You're neither gaining ground nor losing it at the moment. But she's straining. She's straining hard. Give me another.
27.
Wow. Same thing. Neither gaining ground nor losing it. Like her muscles are, you almost hear starting to pop. She's trying her best and like, ah! And at this, you hear her enter a rage. the snow around her just immediately whoosh, blows away from her. You see her face and her body almost kind of blurring. It's vibrating so hard. And at this, she starts to bend your hand back to center. Give me another one.
24.
A 24, she starts to gain ground on you. She's pushing now, raging entirely, moving your fist further into your side. Give me another.
So remember, up the northern path. Avoid anything that looks burnable.
She wanted to lose.
Oh, no, I had a bit of a conversation with her. She wanted to, but she's not real good at the getting out of her own goddamn way. Which is really just generally...
Should Stormbringer be raging too, or is this...
I trust her.
You hear Dawn Protector, and she's gaining even further ground on this. And at this, she begins to stand up to try to gain more leverage. And you immediately follow. You're both now standing, sort of pulling each other around. She swings you around so that the snow kicks up on the other side. Give me another athletics check.
Can I try to grapple her if we're swinging around?
Yeah, go for it.
That also athletics?
Yes. This will not be with advantage unless you're rage.
Yeah, I'm going to snap into a rage then.
Okay.
Charity's gonna start looking around. This doesn't seem like the arm... I've watched a lot of arm wrestling, right? I've adjudicated a lot of arm wrestling in like the last 5 months. This hasn't happened before.
I'm going to snap into a rage, but I'm not going to electrocute her because I'm nice. So I've just got electricity
When you
sparking
say
off.
snap into, I just keep thinking you're going to say snap into a Slim Jim every time.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Snap into a
And
rage.
27.
All right. With a 27, you try to then swing her around and grapple her. As you do, you've entered a rage. Sparks of lightning start shooting out of your eyes. And the wind picks up all around you. And Stormbringer, for the first time, there is thunder above you in the cloud. The cloud itself turns almost dark, getting toward black. Purple streaks of lightning start shooting over. Everyone is vibrating with the thunder energy that is being unleashed above you. And as you start to wrestle, you start to kind of grab her, and she just barely slips out of your arm lock. And as she's kind of keeping you at arm's length, you see the necklace she's wearing. The circular medallion pops open to reveal an eye.
Why is your necklace staring at me, Dawn Protector? That's fucking weird.
Above you, the clouds shoot down to the ground and surround you in a tornado. You have never been this powerful, Stormbringer. And then it's just you and Dawn Protector in the center of this. Everyone else sees this, of course. You see just immediately this cloud crash down upon them. The wind is roaring in your ears. And then Dawn Protector's grip loosens. And her eyes kind of go back. And her mouth opens. And she screams, "Ah!" And she falls.
Hey,
back.
I don't think this is normal. Somebody?
Rising up next to her, you see a tall, thin figure. And he starts to kind of look around, and then oh, yes. You are who the eye saw.
Craig?
Yeah, we just like pause, please.
Craig, I hate you.
It's always at the most like you're in the middle of a speech, and then he's
Oh,
like, "Bye."
Right? Bye.
Bye. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
You can do it, Craig. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Ow. Oh, Craig. You piece of wet lettuce.
That's
It's gross.
yeah, it's gross. You're right. It's
Wet
a
lettuce.
good.
Now recording.
Rejected names for the tavern in town?
Yeah. All right. So as Dawn Protector slips backward, lays on the ground, now limp, you see the figure stand up next to her, a slight blue tint to it, and yet somewhat see-through. And its long, lanky arms kind of point at you. Yes, you're the one the eye saw. This many-eyed god has its uses after all. And you see almost kind of an energy being sort of sucked out of Dawn Protector into this figure. What would you like to do, or anyone at this moment? Everyone on the outside of the tornado, you just see wind, tornado, snow swirling around.
When
I'll just say, is that normal?
is this, when you say like it's a tornado, is the shape of it like actually sort of like a tornado funnel? Like, is it getting wider at the top? How is it a cylinder?
Yeah.
How high is it extending?
Yeah, it's a cylinder that widens at the top that just flows into the cloud above. It's almost as if this is an extreme reaction to what Stormbringer can naturally do, which is bring storms. Underneath this cloud in particular, with, again, lightning, purple lightning streaking out from it in all directions. It's wild.
And did we hear either Stormbringer's voice or the voice of this figure that disappeared?
Not over the wind, no. Except for the figure's voice. You did hear the figure. Because that's in your mind.
Oh.
And Charity, you recognize that voice.
Is it Slender Man?
Nope.
Is it the
It's
voice?
the voice of Bahamut.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It's
I-
the voice.
if you were okay with allowing me this little bit of cinema, I would say,
Sure.
like, there is the tornado sort of forming, and I imagine whipping the flames at this point.
Yes.
There will be almost a shattering sound, and at this, the halos have activated. My horn has been built out of flame, and every flame around me has turned silver. The halo around my
Okay.
back is going to break and spread, and I now have silver wings. I will find you and burn you. And at this, I'm going to, into Stormbringer's head, I assume everything's not okay in there, but scale of 1 to 10?
Message cantrip, bring me my glaive! And I'm gonna, with that, also move in and... Is this the figure? I can't tell which of these is Dawn Protector. And punch the thing.
This
to
is
get
the
away from-
figure, and this is Dawn.
Okay. I'm gonna punch it to
Okay.
get away from
Give me an
Dawn Protector.
attack roll. All right.
What is an unarmed attack roll? Just a strength roll? What am I doing?
Strength. Yep. Yep. Just a strength check. Just roll strength. It's just an attack. So unless you were attacking recklessly,
No,
it's a 7.
I just forgot to turn advantage off.
You go to punch this figure. You're just putting everything behind it. Your purple tattoo is still lit up, and you're gonna connect really hard, and you pass straight through him. And then you see him bend over Dawn Protector, and he reaches out his hand, and a little bit more energy sort of seeps from Dawn Protector into it. And
get off of her! I didn't save her so that you could fucking do whatever you're doing. And I'm gonna try to electrocute it with my raging.
Okay.
And also outside, I am going to be like, glaive into Stormbringer! Hakari, you seem like you'll do well with the winds.
Okay.
I'm also would say I am going to see, does Sir Bonaventura look surprised?
100%. He has no clue what's going on. You can give a insight check if you don't believe that, but immediate reaction, he's not hiding it.
He has the same
shocked.
oh shit look on his face that everyone else in the area has.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Storm Protector, your lightning, which is now purple, again strikes out from your body, from your eyes, and hits the tornado behind him. It seems like nothing is affecting him at this moment.
You did legit just call her Storm Protector.
I did, sorry.
I also really
so
like it. Both Galway and I noticed it and just sat here and quietly giggled.
Dawn Protector. Stormbringer. And you hear him then say, "This one is so strong. I could be here for a while."
You're stupid and I hate you. I'm gonna instead try to move Dawn Protector away from him.
All right, you kind of pick her up and start to drag her a little bit away. And at this, he lunges up to you, puts his hand on your head, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's what I'm good at. Wisdom. I'm using my inspiration.
Okay. That was a crit miss.
17.
A 17. You feel it. He's trying to dig in, like not only just dig, but uproot your brain. He's trying to just get inside your skull and mess around. You resist. You shake it off with everything you have, and then you feel a searing pain at the same time in your head. You only take 43 psychic damage.
Hold me.
Hakari, if you're trying to...
43?
Yes.
He said only too.
Hakari, if you want to try to bring the glaive...
Can I try to throw it?
Whatever you'd like. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
I mean, can I get sort of closer? I mean, I'm afraid I'm going to get swept up in it.
As you approach the tornado to kind of maybe rush in, you see a figure come right in front of your face and says, "You cannot be here."
And
then it sort of whips away into the
is it gonna like come back around?
As you're looking, you see several 10, 20 of these sort of black figures swirling up into this. It actually kind of reminds you when you were coming down through the cloud the first time.
Yeah.
You saw kind of shapes in the mist.
Okay.
And it feels very similar to those things.
Okay. So
what you want to do?
We can't hear Darcy.
All right.
Sorry. There you go.
I was like doing the. He was. Yeah. I don't want to. I'm just thinking. Okay.
Are you gonna take the glaive and throw it? Are you gonna rush in?
I'm gonna.
Or are you gonna
I guess
cast
I'll
a spell
rush
or something?
in.
Okay.
But I like pull my sword out as a rush
As
in,
well.
so I have the glaive and the sword.
Do you activate the sword with the
Yes.
bonus action? All right. So you see Hakari take our blade out, kind of cut along her arm with the blade, and then try to rush in. Give me an athletics check,
Okay.
Hakari.
Yes. Do you mind doing it so my camera doesn't go out?
Sure.
Actually, I'm okay at athletics, I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're pretty good
think
at
you
athletics. I remember.
Yeah.
All right.
24.
It's a 24.
Woohoo!
All right. You push about halfway into this thing, not being swept up in it.
Mm-hmm.
But as you do, you are surrounded by these black figures
Okay.
that start to kind of reach at you.
Just whenever you're done with this, I also wanted to do something. Doesn't need to be
Cool.
right now, but
Okay.
just for after, yeah.
Okay, my camera's
Hakari?
gonna go up for a second, but I'm looking at
All right.
my thing. Go ahead.
Does a 20 hit you? It does.
Yes. And you know it.
Please take 15 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and you've gained a level of exhaustion.
Okay, you're gonna have to put that on my thing.
That's fine. Yeah,
It's
we'll
not
remove it.
like
And you are about halfway through. You feel you might be able to, with another good roll, get all the way in, but not quite yet.
Okay.
Clem, did you want to try something?
Oh, do I not get a reaction?
That's about it. That's about all you can do. Kind of.
I don't get a
turn.
reaction to like being hit though. Or
Oh, if
anything?
you wanted to try to hellish rebuke something.
Yeah. Let's do
As you reach out with your hellish rebuke, you
No.
don't actually sense a creature there.
that. I can't hellish rebuke anything.
There's nothing to hellish rebuke.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can't even lock on to anything. It's almost as if just kind of the cloud, the storm itself is doing this rather than any particular individual.
Do all of us see these figures flying around?
Yeah. As soon as Hakari gets in there, they're sort of swarming around her and
Okay.
almost look like they're violently swiping at her
Uh-huh.
from your point of view.
So I'm gonna kind of just look around and gesture at all of the other Goliaths standing around and just be like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is normal anymore. Maybe now's a good time to maybe intervene with all your strength.
Yeah, for real.
Give me a persuasion check, Clem.
Oops, sorry.
Whoa, what the?
Sorry, I'm using my finger on a stupid thing and it's
Or
I love
else.
what's doing. Yeah.
Now it's a fire tornado. Hold on.
Yeah, give me a persuasion. Clem.
I have a 1 in persuasion.
I believe in you. 5.
That's a 5.
That was a performance.
You look around.
Oh wait, that was performance.
Oh, that was. Yeah, persuasion.
Oh, I was legit unsure if you maybe had a different mod.
Yeah, no, it's good.
No, I don't.
13.
But I'll
Yeah,
take the
13.
13.
Yeah. You shout this, and you immediately expect action. Everyone is terrified about what they're seeing here. This should not be happening, is what you get from these blank faces. A couple of them are starting to pick up like swords and spears. Like a few of them approach. Specifically Sky Drowner, who kind of tries to go in after Hakari, but is also buffeted backward by the storm, and these black sort of figures are kind of slashing at this person as well.
Dumb question. This giant tornado wouldn't be considered an object, right?
No, not exactly. Yeah, it's filled with billions of tiny objects, but
It's a swarm.
it's a
Yeah.
swarm of objects, of water and
Okay.
and then all right, Burbage, was there anything?
Kind of at a loss as to what I might be able to do here.
Charity's
Frankly, because Burbage doesn't even know what's going on. Like Burbage heard the voice, but I don't know if has Burbage ever heard the voice of Behelit before.
Though you did see Charity's reaction.
True.
Indeed.
Which was a little overkill for Charity. Charity normally saves that for when shit gets real. And shit just got real for real.
I mean, the only thing that I can think to do would be to like charge toward the tornado like everybody else.
I feel like Charity would, at this sort of flaming wing sort of spread out, look down at Burbage. Hey, Burbage, you trust me to do something really stupid and dangerous with me?
I'm gonna throw you into a tornado.
Dear Charity, I trust you so
You're just
much.
talking.
Signed, Burbage.
As you get to the word signed, there is an angel standing next to you shaking its head. I am going to invoke angel form.
Okay.
I am going to basically grab Burbage and scoop him up against my chest and just slam my way through the storm. I would also be trying to essentially ram into the back of Hikari.
Okay.
And like physically get them through as much as I can.
All right. Charity angel form, give me a strength check here.
Athletics? Or
We'll say athletics, sure.
18?
18. Yeah, you're able to get into this. If you try to push Hikari, it will slow you down a little bit, but you can get to about where she is if you don't. Does that make sense?
Sure, what do I think the effect of pushing her will be? Do I think I'll get her like out?
She'll get to like 3/4 of the way through, which will sort of make the check easier metagame.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll push her.
Okay. All right, you push her, you sort of kind of take over a bit on this side.
I will also say
with
that
Burbage in here, and
compared to normally,
sorry, go ahead.
Charity's angel form is now a quadriphim. The flaming wings that he had have remained and have just been added to with the angel's normal wings.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Burbage, does a 19 hit your armor class?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna take 21 like piercing and bludgeoning damage.
Is this
and
damage
you've gained
being
a level of
I'm exhausted?
Yeah.
Is this damage from like hitting like the barrier of the tornado or something, or the
Yes.
figures?
Well, all these black figures that are sort of swarming you as you both enter this.
Can I have that damage with kind of an uncanny dodge since I'm bracing for it, or I kind of see it coming?
Yeah. Yes. We'll say yes.
So it's how much?
What did I say? Where is it?
It's 20 something.
22.
So 11.
So 11.
11.
And I'm exhausted, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And does an 18 hit your angel form?
Yes.
Okay. That is 23 bludgeoning piercing. This would be a magical source, if that matters. And then you've gained a level of exhaustion as well. Charity, angel form. And then I'll need you to make a con saving throw to keep the polymorph.
And this is why we chucked Hikari ahead.
Yep. So a 23 would mean 11 or better?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
13.
Whew. I saw the 7. I'm like, oh no, 13. Yeah. So you maintain the form, and Akari is a little bit ahead. All right, Stormbringer. Yeah, you just see this figure who just seems to be sucking the life out of Dawn Protector, and he has a nasty attack. But you can now feel his hand like gripping your head. He seems a little corporeal at this point, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm going to shout at the storm. Hey, stupid black figures! Goliath, dead Goliath in the storm. Fucking do something about this shit. The thing is trying to eat your chief. And then try to electrocute him again. So DC 17 dex.
Okay. Yeah. 15.
So it'll take 10 points of electricity.
Yeah,
damage.
you actually see him kind of wince at that. That seems to actually hurt a little bit.
Is it reachable at the edge here now?
You can see kind of you see sort of a black shape in the wind and in the cloud here. And for a moment, you think it's just one of these many brilliant black figures swirling around you, but it's staying there. You can't tell who it is, though.
Epically reach my hand in and pull out my glaive from Hikari. She was trying to pull my glaive
Yeah, I'm
in.
probably kind of like.
Give me an athletics check.
Epic. Am I still raging? I am. Right. Yeah.
You are still raging. Yeah. You can't not rage almost at this point. You are so
13.
You are so sort of flushed with power here with this storm.
As a
13. Okay.
As a quick question, we had leveled up. Do you have a new effect from your rages now?
Yes.
Yes.
But triggers when I turn it on, not.
Yeah.
Okay. I just couldn't remember.
All right, Stormbringer, you sort of try to reach in, and you hear these black figures, not the cloud, not the cloud. And as you kind of see the figure holding a glaive in front of you, you slip, and you immediately get shot backwards before you can grab it, slamming then into the ground back here behind everything, which simply does 5 bludgeoning damage here.
So is that round down? I should know this by now.
Does it with an attack, or is it just all damage? I forget.
It's all physical damages.
Okay, cool. Then you're good.
I was gonna say that's actually the source of the ambiguity. Where if you remember the Rakshasa episode, fall damage should still hurt it because that specifies a weapon attack. Barbarians are written damage just of a
straight
type.
Up damage.
Also,
cool.
I did misread the Raging Storm, actually. So whenever the effect of my Storm Aura is activated, it happens, which is when the lightning happens. So it has to make a strength saving throw, or its speed will be reduced to 0 until the start of my next turn.
Okay. It's a strength saving throw?
Yeah, DC 17.
It has a 16. Oh, you start to see this creature sort of freeze a little bit, and the ice starts to build up on it. It is not used to things affecting it in this way, it seems. All right, interesting.
Can I check something?
Yes, please go for it. Yeah, we're still kind of nebulous at the moment.
Yeah,
exactly.
I have 64 health, so I'm a little bit afraid of just charging in at level 7 to this raging ghost tornado. But I just wanted to check the Lantern of Revealing. If I pull it out, I know it only shows me invisible creatures and objects, but I didn't know if it would show me something different if I shone it on the tornado with all the weird swirling black figures.
All right. Yeah, you pull it out. You start to put it up here, and it's weird. It's almost as if it's kind of a little bit of a focused black light. Whereas as soon as one of these black shadows reaches in front of your lantern, you see sort of a fully formed Goliath person just whip by in the storm, almost as if they're kind of purposefully flying around.
Can seriously none of you do anything? You could see these are literally Goliaths flying in this tornado.
Yeah.
Tornado.
Tornado. Give me another persuasion check, since you've sort of revealed something to them.
Tornado.
Tornado.
Yes!
21.
Yeah.
Interesting.
On a crit it.
That was a crit, baby.
Wow, very good, very good. You start to shout around. Your screams snap something out of a few Goliaths. One of the elders that is standing here, the one that was earlier shouting that Stormbringer shouldn't be a part of the tribe anymore, he shouts back, "The horn! The horn!" And immediately, from kind of the back of the group, one of the Goliaths and starts to blow the horn. And you see the cloud above you almost kind of become transparent. And you can see now through the cloud above into the stars that are just starting to form as the sun goes down. You can also now see through the tornado, but you still see these black figures whipping around, and everyone now sees Dawn Protector lying on the ground and this ghostly figure rising up kind of out of her as Stormbringer is getting back to her feet.
So I can see Stormbringer now?
You can, yes.
Hold on. I realized I'm not clicking anymore. At the edge of the thing, how far is she? Oh, it's a ways.
A bit, yeah.
Okay. Because I was hoping to... Let me click my shit. Sorry.
You're good.
I guess I will just shout. Do I think? Can I hear anything from inside the tornado? Now that I can see through it, can I hear through it at all? Or
You can't. You hear the wind just whipping by as it's roaring in your ears.
Okay, and I saw what's her butt? What was the other Goliath's name that actually tried to push through?
It's Sky Drowner.
Does Sky Drowner look strong and tough and shit? I mean, they're all Goliaths, but... Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm back. It did
Okay.
It turned off all my sound. Go ahead.
Oh, sure. Your video's not on yet either. Does Sky Drowner look like strong and tough, or just kind of normal for a Goliath, or not? I don't know.
I mean, normal for a Goliath, but all of a sudden you sort of see the gray pallor looks even whiter than a moment ago, and she almost even just looks a little thinner to you.
Oh, okay. And then I know, sorry, I've been taking a long time.
Yeah,
What
you're
about the other guy that was going to fight Stormbringer, but then stepped down? What was his name again?
It's Snowdown.
Do I see him around?
Yeah.
And does he look like he's losing shit too, or?
Looks like he's, ready to rush in. Yeah.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say,
Yep.
You need to rush in there and help fix this shit. And I'm going to cast Enlarge on him.
Oh, shit. Interesting. Okay.
And I'm going to hope that being real big will make it easier for him to rush through the
Yeah.
Stuff.
Okay.
I thought about
Yeah.
doing it on myself, but I was like, that's dumb. You're tiny.
Yeah.
And
You're
I
good. You're
can't
good.
reach Stormbringer inside. And so,
Yeah.
but yeah, that
Yeah.
makes him,
Good idea.
his size doubles in all dimensions and his weight is multiplied by 8. So it should be pretty hard to
Wow.
have him tossed around in the tornado, is my thought.
Nice. Yeah, very good. Very good.
And they go up
All
as
right,
a full size
Good
category as
idea.
well.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Well done.
and advantage on strength.
All right, Hakari. Oh,
Yes.
yes, certainly. Hakari, let's do another athletics check. I can roll for you if
Okay,
you'd like.
thank you.
A 19. You're able to push through and get to the center of
Okay.
this after being pushed forward by Charity.
Thank you, Charity.
And again, you now see, like everyone else, you now see Dawn Protector laying on the ground, this ghostly figure rising up out of her that seems to be kind of just sucking
The
energy
life out of her.
from her.
Okay. Can I do anything?
It turns to you. There's ice kind of covering the side of it. And it just goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
And I say, your worst fucking nightmare.
Stormbringer's gotten to her feet across the way then as well. Would you
Was
like
there-
to do anything else?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do one more thing.
Let me look. Here.
23 hits your armor class, I believe.
Oh, stop it. Yes, so whatever
19
happens.
necrotic damage.
Can you... Just looking at my spells.
And you've gained another level of exhaustion.
What does that mean?
You now have disadvantage on attacks.
Well... Sorry, I'm just looking. here.
No, that's level 3.
Oh,
Her
that's
speed
level
is
3.
halved.
Oh, speed is halved. I'm sorry. No, you're good then. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. I was like,
Yes,
I
thanks.
think that's
Yeah.
3.
Right on. You've already used your action to push through.
Okay, never mind. That.
Yeah, but if there's like anything you want to say, or you could move just a tiny. Well, can't move because your speed is halved. You could. I would let you throw the glaive if you wanted to Stormbringer, but
Oh, sorry. I didn't do that.
you're okay.
Sorry, I was just trying to close it. I hate freaking tablets. Okay.
So many firestorms.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and throw the glaive at it, like throwing a gun.
At this guy.
Well, who was I gonna throw the glaive to?
Oh
Can
no,
I
I was just. You could toss it to Stormbringer.
Okay, toss it to Stormbringer.
Or
I
whatever
thought
you
she was swept up in the thing
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah. So you just kind of again as Hakari comes through, she looks thinner. She looks gaunt in her face, and kind of with a lot of strength that she has left, she tosses the glaive and it sticks into the ground in front of you, Stormbringer.
Sweet.
Charity Burbage,
Flying
Charity
on.
Burbage?
give me another strength athletics check.
$20.
A 20. You're able to get to just the edge here. If you wanted to like throw Burbage in, you probably could.
Yeah, I will.
You'll still be technically in it, but
I would also say that
Burbage does a.
if I had the ability to sort of aim Burbage, I'm going to position him so like Hakari is between him and the ghostly
Right
figure.
on. So like over here.
Yeah.
Kinda.
As opposed to like, here, buffet.
Yeah, gotcha. Burbage does a 16 hit your armor class.
Yes.
Okay. 20 necrotic damage.
I'll have that.
And another exhaustion.
2 levels of exhaustion?
Yep, you're at level 2 now.
What does that mean?
It's the speed is halved. as well as ability checks are disadvantage. An angel form charity does a 17 hit you, armor class?
No.
You you kind of put your hand up against these foul things that are kind of ripping into each of you. They can't quite see well enough, almost like they're blinded when they get close to you, and they don't actually kind of hurt you. However, you do take a form of another exhaustion, but it is angel form charity, which is
Who is technically
Probably better.
immune to exhaustion.
which is totally fine.
Now that Burbage has made it to the center,
Yes.
what does he see? Is Dawn Protector unconscious?
Yes, Dawn Protector is on the ground, unconscious, and this kind of ghostly figure is rising about her, seemingly sucking some energy from her.
Okay. Is this like an eye of the storm situation? Like it's not as windy inside?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, if you'll let me, I will immediately try to shoot this ghost figure with my crossbows.
Sure. Yeah, you pull it out. Because Galway essentially used all of everything he could to get you in. You can have an action here.
Can I do a dual attack? Can I do with both my, or just one?
Yeah, action, bonus action. Sure.
Okay.
Pew pew. Crit hit.
Wow.
So does the 22 hit?
Yes.
All right. 5 piercing. And wait, can I choose?
5. Yep.
Can I choose to apply a sneak attack to the offhand crit hit? Is Dawn Protector an ally?
No, not if she's unconscious. Yeah.
Okay, so no sneak attack here.
Yeah.
Am I unconscious?
No, you're just not close enough.
So 5 piercing
12, though.
plus 12, that's 17.
Crit.
Yeah, so like the bolts kind of stick into the ice that's starting to form around this creature, but he does wince at it. So you do think it hurt. And let's roll on a crit table because fucking why not? Nope, there you go.
Lead that little bastard.
Interesting.
Plus 5 damage for 1d4 rounds.
This creature seems to then disperse a little bit of its form. That kind of gets sucked up into the wind itself.
Should I roll a d4?
Nope. No, you're good. I'll do that. All right. Cool. So as each of you kind of get in, and he can now see through the cloud and see Charity, he says, "Oh, good. All of you are here. Except for you." And he points to you, Hakari. "This is interesting. You seem connected to these around you."
He's pointing to me still?
Yeah.
Okay.
"Tell us your name."
Don't do that.
Rosemary Sinclair.
Rosemary.
Beautiful throwback.
And at this, he moves through what the ice that was forming around him. It just slips off of him
He can't do that.
as he now kind of moves toward you, Stormbringer.
That's illegal.
And his arm is outstretched. And he starts looking. He looks back to Burbage and he says, "Even if you talk him out of it, those you love will still suffer." And he looks to you, Charity. Watch your friends die in front of you. And then he looks to you, Stormbringer, and rushes toward you. As he does, a dark hand reaches out and grabs his before it can reach you. And you see a darkened figure, but the figure of your mother, gripping this hand of this creature. And then another comes out from the cloud, reaches around his neck, and he looks shocked that anything can touch him. And then another reaches around his torso, and then another creature reaches around his legs. And he is immobilized for the moment. And he's looking around petrified as the swirling masses of these black figures just start to kind of descend on him. They've held him. If you want to attack, any attack would be with advantage. He is restrained.
Attack the hell out of him with my glaive, and also say to them, "Took you long enough, jeez."
Does my big beefy Goliath boy make it through the tornado?
He's starting to try at this point. Yeah.
25.
A 25 will hit. It shouldn't. This thing has you've punched through him. It hit nothing, but the glaive strikes down into him. 16.
19, because I'm raging.
19 as you carve into him. Part of his sort of blue ethereal form scatters across the ground, almost like blue blood. And then it sort of steams and disappears.
Oh, so he should make a 17 dex save.
All right. Oh, yeah, he can't save it. He's restrained. So you automatically hit.
9 points of lightning.
9 lightning damage. That seems to shock him here.
Also the frost effect. Also, you have extra attack.
Also, the frost effect, and I have extra attack. Apparently, I haven't in a while. Giant again. 19.
19 also hits.
28 points of natural fire.
28 points. Oh my gosh, that's max damage. 28 points.
Wow.
Striking into this creature. You just kind of cut off where his jaw should be. This kind of scatters across the ground then as well. He actually looks kind of scared for the moment. Hakari and Burbage, you still see him though kind of connected to Dawn Protector.
Okay.
And Hakari and Burbage, you would both see the source of this blue light that he seems to be stemming from is coming from the necklace.
Okay.
And the eye in the necklace is looking, just darting between all of you.
Okay.
All right.
Can we do something about it?
Yep, when it comes back to you.
Okay.
The Goliath starts to push his way in, and you hear him as he's also being hurt by these black figures.
This is the enlarged
And then-
Snowdown.
Yes, the enlarged Goliath. Clem, is there anything else you'd like to try on your end?
Oh, jeez.
You do see a few more of these Goliaths sort of jumping in at various points, trying their best to kind of get through.
Great. Appreciate it. The only thing I can do that's not also concentration is I can cast Sanctuary on Big Beefy Boy Goliath as he goes through.
Yes,
Okay.
you have chosen your champion.
Yeah, no.
I just also want to like ride on his back and have nothing attack me because I'm just like, hidden in between
That'd be
his
nice.
You're a
shoulder
wrinkle in his clothes.
blades. Right.
Yeah.
And then I just pop out and I'm like, hey.
Hey.
So yeah. So he should be harder to hit
and
Okay.
also they have to do a wisdom save to hit him.
Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. Charity.
Moving.
All right. Give me a strength athletics check.
Excuse me.
Working on it.
Oh, yeah.
14.
A 14. Interesting. As the figures sort of buffet you now again, as the light kind of fades and seems like they've adjusted and they can see,
Can I
you
see
lose
him?
your footing.
Can I see
Huh?
him?
You
I can see him,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
I also
oh,
also perhaps should have been clear. I was at no point of this walking.
Right. 100%. Yeah, it's totally fine.
so
It just it's in the sorry.
if I was at the edge and he was, still in the middle of it and going through things, would it be possible for me to be within 30 feet of him?
This guy right here, or
Of Charity?
from here? Not quite. No, not
So I
quite
couldn't
30. No.
I guess I couldn't position myself enough after the fact too much. All right.
Not quite. Yeah.
Just want to use my flesh genius once
however-
for somebody.
Yeah. As you sort of lose your winged constitution within this, you get caught in midair by Snowdown, who then shoves you through and pushes you into the middle of this thing. And a 15 does not hit your armor class.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure.
Thanks, giant Goliath man.
So one more level of exhaustion for Angel Charity. And you are now in the middle of this as well. It was your action to kind of push through as hard as you could. But if there's anything else you want to do, that's up to you.
So I see this thing restrained, icy, vaguely electrocuted looking.
Yes.
I feel like Charity's gonna fly up more.
Okay.
And then
Oh, also, oddly enough, there is no cloud or any sort of haze above you. Straight in the middle of this thing, it's complete clear skies above.
so I've used my action, you said, but not my bonus
Yes.
action. I'm going to snap
Correct.
back to myself, and just sort of the angel form will shrink down. My flaming wings are left holding me up. Just so we're totally clear,
Okay.
I hate you so much. And I'm going to spiritual weapon at level 5. Technically with advantage. So just to see if it crits. It did not. 30 to hit.
All right. So this giant spectral weapon appears, absolutely hits with a 30. Carves into this spectral
28
creature.
force damage.
28. As again, you sort of cut through where his arm would be, and the shoulder itself kind of seems to scatter in dust and steam across the ground.
I feel like panting,
And he
sort
looks
of
at you.
wings flapping. Yes, shadows, be fucking productive for once. God.
Burbage Akari, what would you like to do?
What am I doing right now?
What do you want to do? Right
Well,
now?
what was I like? I'm just in the circle and I threw the glaive, right?
Yep, that was the last thing you did. You also you and Burbage saw that it
Uh-huh.
seems like a lot of his
Oh, the
energy
eye.
is being
That's right.
connected
So,
to that eye necklace thing.
can I try to get close to who's the person with the necklace?
Dawn Protector?
Dawn
Mhm.
Protector?
Yes, you kind of could skid along your knees across the snow
Yeah.
right up to her if you want.
Okay, and I'm gonna try and just like take the necklace. Like
All right.
Like,
yeah.
like yank it off.
You
I'm sure that's gonna work.
you reach for the necklace. You start to yank. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
If I put a glove on first.
Did you put a glove on first?
Yeah, I did.
I mean,
did you though?
I mean, we're in
No.
deep
Okay.
cold, and she's a tiefling.
But that is true.
Oh, that is true. You are a
I am a
tiefling in the
tiefling,
cold.
so yes, I would have
Are
gloves
gloves
on.
part of your normal clothing?
Yes, I like
Okay,
covered
okay.
head to toe. I look like a scarf
Yeah.
person usually if it's cold.
That lowers the DC certainly of this. And with
Thanks,
a
Galway.
19, you feel your life like stutter for a second.
Mhm.
Like almost as if all breath left you. Your heart
Yeah.
stops beating.
Uh-huh.
And then boom,
Yeah.
boom, and it, as your eyes kind of start to glaze over, you fight off the horrible energy that this thing
Mhm.
is creating, and you rip the necklace
Uh-huh.
off of her.
Can I stomp on it?
You throw it to the ground and you stomp on it, and you
Or
hear
take my sword, I guess, and like try to hit it?
those are
should I
two
do-
very different things.
No,
What do you
I
wanna
want
do?
to take my sword and try to hit it because I had my sword out.
All right.
Oh, wait. I'm trying to think what
You're
I
good,
really
you're
would
good.
do.
Whatever
My
you wanna do.
first impression was to stomp on it, so I'm going to
Okay.
stomp on it.
Yeah, stick with that then. So you throw it to the ground, you stomp on it, you start to hear a as it almost starts to scream as well. The image of this creature that is pulling from it starts to flicker. And then you hear it look around at all of you.
I hear it look around at
Yeah,
all.
well,
of them?
you see it look around at all of you,
Okay.
and then you hear, "The kind mother is coming.
Mm.
And the only thing that awaits any of you that stand in her way is despair for everyone you know."
And I say, are you done? Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
And I go, yeah, tell Bahela bitch pie from us. And then I stomp even harder.
You hear,
I stomp and
Yeah.
like,
and Stormbringer, you take the glaive, and you, as all of these other shadowy figures are holding it, you slam it straight up into his head, and it sort of rolls back, and you hear him, and then it completely disappears.
whew. That was a crazy one.
The eye around the necklace closes entirely. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all so much. It was a little bit longer than I meant to, but I really
It's
kind of
okay. We
wanted
spent
to.
a lot of time lighting cheese.
You also spent a lot of time lighting cheese. Brilliant. Everyone did so well. Well done. We're gonna pick up for what this means next time in Fates of Rin. Well done, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. Hang in there, everyone. Times are still really tough and really crazy. Just know that we love you so much. We really appreciate you taking a few hours to check us out. Hang in there. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night,
Love y'all.
everybody.